like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South man. Charges on the beat.
To get your information, for the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon you ain't know. If the trade preparing for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You from Jama, Maryland, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. If you eat kebab, crunchy like my brother, to the spoon. You got a sport TV, you got a spoon radio, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You want to get a news update, to the spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you got today? Spoon TV. Spoon Spoon entertainment.
Stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South man. Charges on the beat.
For the spoon to get your information. For the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon you ain't know. If the trade preparing for starvation, just to the spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to the spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to the spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to the spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. You from Jama, Maryland, to the spoon. Yeah, to the spoon. If you eat kebab, crunchy like my brother, to the spoon.
Indeed, this
this word is not our own. We just passing through, we transiting, and as we live our lives on this earth, what legacy are we leaving behind? What impact are we having on people and society at large? Someone said if you want to be remembered, only two things, one of two things makes people to remember you. One is either you solved a problem, or two, you caused a problem. People remember those who either solved the problem or they caused serious problems. And that's why people are getting famous for the wrong reasons. Today, we laid to rest an astute gentleman, a very, very refined journalist, one that not just only me, but a whole lot of folks in the media landscape looked up to. A loving father, an exemplary person he was, distinctive voice. Now we can say the late Mole Kiazolu. This wasn't what we planned. We're talking about going to a graduation ceremony. We were talking about looking forward to seeing the commencement of the new footballing season. We supported different teams. He supported Real Madrid to the fullest. And whenever Barcelona won a game, I'll go on his page just to read what he would write. Some way, somehow, Trojan would downplay and water down the importance of that victory and make it look like it was some miracle or some hard luck, you know. So rest in peace, George. We did a production here doing a by-election, and that was one of the best we did. He rubbed off you in a way that you learn a lot. He wasn't an assertive person. Others have got their own stories, but I'm saying mine. Rest in peace, George. Till we meet again. Dr. Richardson, how are you, man? James, what's up?
Yeah, Timon, I'm listening to you with a heavy heart. I didn't get to meet Trojan personally, but I heard him, as you guys broadcast from different places. I heard you work in a team fashion with him or maybe with James. And, I felt like, I felt his talent. I felt his potential. And it's so sad to, hear that he's, we'll see him in another world, perhaps. But I'm sorry to you. I send Namaya to the Spoon family and to his family as well.
Thank you,
James?
Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone. You know, the death of children is also like a wake up call to our health sector that we need to do more, and the government and the private sector we have to work together to make sure that the system is worked on. If you listen to the stories surrounding it, it's terrible. Again, may his soul rest in peace. He was one of the senior brothers who I met first when I was in high school back then in Tottenham High. At the time, Fabric was still an independent station. I mean, we were not joined. That was somewhere around 2012, 2013. Yeah, that was somewhere around 2012, 2013. As a high school press club guy, when they took us at that time on deaf, and an institution within the UN. They selected us. They said we have potential to become journalists. So they needed people to mentor us. Yeah. They took us to, I think, that one, they still have the Liberian Women broadcast, the Liberian Women radio at LWDR.
No, I've not heard about them for a while. That's the Liberia Women Democracy Radio, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
it was through that institution. They take care of us. Eliza Dan, she's the main person who took us through, and they took us to Fabric. When we got Fabric, we met Trojan there. We were 50 students. By the end of the day, we were only five. I'm only five. We were only two that make it up to today. And yeah, he lectured us then back in 2012, 2013 until somewhere around 2022, 2023, when we came together as one institution. They were way ahead. But surprising to me, one evening, just coming from work and saw a message that Trojan is dead, not even hearing about his, his sickness. Ah, that's life. Maybe that's how tomorrow we too will go. So you can't tell what's going to happen tomorrow.
You know, you
Yeah.
you mentioned that story. You talked about that story, and I want to share mine. Trojan was one of the voices at Fabric at the time when Fabric, wasn't a part of the Spoon Network, James. And when you hear his voice, it's distinctive, Dr. Richardson. You don't need
Yes.
to be told. If you
Yes.
think Dwalu's voice is distinctive, that is pro max to Dwalu's voice. You know,
Yes.
um, and I always look forward to seeing him. Trojan, the Daniel Ankras, they were the ones on the morning show, and Fabric was well listened to. Yes, we too in the media, we have people that we look up to, that we want to see because they've made strides. So when Spoon Network acquired Fabric, that was the one person I was looking forward to seeing, along with Aaron Kuban. Surprisingly, I've not told Aaron Kuban before. Aaron Kuban, because they had this nighttime show, and you hear about them, you want to see them too, they're making impact. So when I had my first gig with Trojan right in the studio, I was starstruck. I'm saying this out for the first time. I went in the newsroom. I was like thinking, how do I measure up? How do I measure up? How do I measure up? I'm going to sit with Trojan. How do I measure? And when we did that production, within the first 20 minutes, and then I started to feel relaxed because he eased me through. He didn't make it look like, I'm the household name, I'm the more experienced and all of those things. He played along, he brought in the facts, all of those things, and it was a very wonderful production. We
Very
stayed
nice.
here until the next morning, and we went to Opoto to buy food, to eat that night, and we came back. So there are a lot of stories that we could say, but his wife lost a real true husband. He said, look, go abroad and go to school. I will take care of our kid, young baby. And Trojan will
Wow.
leave, go and take care of that child and come back and go to work and
Wow. That's
give her that
that's
opportunity to say, go and learn, go and further your studies. I will be here
yes.
with our infant. That's amazing. So he was a
That's
wonderful
the
guy.
character. That's the
Mm,
character I like to hear. That's telling of his character.
yeah.
Wow. That's
So when I was
selflessness.
feeling down, this is what kind of lifted me up today, and I sought to
Okay.
share with
All right.
everybody.
Yes.
Get oh your jacket?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I need it.
You need your jacket?
Yeah.
Jesus, okay, we go get it. Okay? We go get it, okay?
I stay here.
Yeah, stay here, wait for me.
You don't go in the car.
Don't go in the car, wait for me right here.
I will not go.
Okay, wait for me, yeah?
I'll come with you.
Yes.
I will come.
Uncle,
My jacket.
Is that his daughter?
No. This is a clip I saw on Facebook this morning. She's born in America, but trying to speak the Kolokwa and mixing it with the with the American series.
Okay.
I need it.
Yes. Today I heard my grandson for the first time speak Kolokwa. It was funny. He said, I'll call you back, okay? Joe, what I can be saying. So yeah, it's so sad, hearing about children. But you guys had a wake and you buried him today, right? I see your shirt that you're wearing, sort of in remembrance of him. Yeah, and you said some good things, Diamond. Is how do you want to be remembered? So these are the moments where we get to reflect. If you could write your own eulogy, what would your eulogies? I actually give that. I give my students that assignment in one of my classes. I make them write their own eulogy. Just, but yeah, it's very interesting. Some of them have some really tough, interesting challenges with writing their own eulogy. They tell me they don't feel good talking about themselves when they're alive. Some of them say, I don't know what to write. I don't have any life experiences, which is very interesting. So, but and so it's a call to all of us to how do you want to be remembered, because you never know when all the sand in your hourglass gonna finish. And so tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So we must live today, as it is our last day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Manchake, I need it. Say, I follow you to the car. No.
I know, right? Okay. She looks like she's about 2 years old.
And
Very young.
she's really outspoken. She's
Yeah.
like, I need
Hmm.
it. I'm gonna
Hmm.
follow you. As she go
Yeah.
in the car, then the series all inside, so she mixing it.
Well, if I easy, the children that had to get you. Not easy. Like this morning, I think my grandson was on. He knows how to use FaceTime. That's the only way how he talks to people. It's interesting to see how the technology is. Like before, yeah, by phone I'll be happy to talk to people, but my grandson has to see you on video before he can speak. So today he woke up, he want to talk to all his cousins. All the cousins will be calling one back to back, whether in the morning or whether at nighttime. He care what time zone he calling. So he finally got a hold of one of the cousins, and I told him I had to go and bathe him, and he said, "I will call you back, oh, okay, I will call you back." I said, "Gee." So I was like, "Oh, he was speaking to Siri and then I said, oh, they fucking speak like very English."
Yeah.
But we have my second daughter, Diamond. We often tell her that she's not going to need a visa to enter Liberia because she can switch very well, very well. She act. She not only switch, not only speak colloquial. She knows how to act Liberian. She knows how to do all the dances. I mean, she can fit right into Liberian culture. So I can't wait to bring her. Somebody was asking to say they wanted to if we can play some of children's recording.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one. That's why I'm trying to cut right now. So I'll excuse myself from the show for a minute.
Okay, and somebody's saying Liberian English is not colloquial. Okay, we have our uniqueness in Liberia, James, and we can move on to some of the interesting things this week that you heard in Liberia. What's going on? Anything that you would like to inform our audience that sort of surprise you or want to see change, which is kind of why we're here today. James, any thoughts?
Yes, there are many things happening back home that when you're listening to them, sometimes you just get sick in the stomach. Yeah. Uh, the first has to do with the quote unquote audit that went on at CBL.
Yes.
Yes, we agree that the legislature is still going through it, along with specifically their committee, the PAC. They are still going through it, but in politics, and I think in every sector, there's something called bargaining, and basically people who utilize bargaining are politicians. Even if you see George, we are saying yes, Barker won. This the political parties coming together. There are political bargainings that go on. At the end of the day, I give you this, and I get this in return. What's the benefit I'm going to get on the table? So credible information coming in from within the executive has it that one of the leaders of the CBL who is believed to have resigned, Pearson, did a political bargaining. I'm not talking about plea bargaining. Lawyers will talk about plea bargainings to tell you, let's go through plea bargainings. We can use you as state witness, or we lessen your sentence, or whatever. Yeah, yes. But this is a political bargaining that I'm told I went on. But this is the funny part about it. This woman has been able to capture the big fish. I mean, those who supposed to talk about it, like I'm excluding Spoon Talk, right?
Good day. Let me just. Are you speaking about the nature in which she left her position? She had to bargain.
Yes.
Okay.
The nature in which she left, allegedly, I'm told the government and this lady went through a political bargaining that we take you off the job. We take you off the job and don't give you a benefit, and at the end of the day prosecute you, or we settle you, you resigned willingly. These are your political immunities when you resign, when you do this, when you do that. There's going to be no prosecution coming after. No prosecutors will not come after you. You will not get prosecuted, and you will go scot-free. We will protect you. So what's the deal? Which one you agreed upon? I'm told that she okay resigning, and some of our colleagues in the media today, if you see them all on Facebook and wherever you think about, they all have come together like to praise her, to set the agenda right, to set the agenda and present it to the public that this lady has nothing to do with the CBL, or that in fact she's the best person from there. She did everything, and again, from a reliable source, I'm told one of our senior colleagues in the media, who is not an active journalist now, he's not he's not practicing, he's not on the radio or whatever, but he's still a journalist, right? He's the one leading this campaign, and journalists benefited a lot. They have meetings, they give them money, they say write stories, good stories about this woman. Let's pin her the best to the public, and Aloysius Talu, the two and others can fight their own battle. So my only disappointment here is we cannot fight a systematic corruption by letting few people to go after them.
Yes.
A system that has been destroyed in a systematic way, because corruption in Liberia is systematic. It's not just a normal corruption. Absolutely. It's a systematic corruption in a way that is embedded within the institution.
Absolutely.
It's embedded within the institution. It's not the individuals, right? But the institutions that are in Liberia are corrupt. So even if you take me, you put me there, the institutions will make me corrupt.
I believe that. And James, let me give you an example of what I think you're talking about. Every time I think that people were giving money over the counter at CBL, okay, and those people were told to give the money to contractors, like maybe legal contractors or infrastructure contractors or whatever contractors they were dealing with. How does that happen? That is a corrupt behavior, okay? So it happens in a system. And for somebody to tell me that the board for which you are saying that this woman who resigned, okay, under interesting circumstances, we have to read that letter. I hope today that the CEO can put the letter up, or whoever in the studio can put the letter just where she herself wrote her reason for resigning, and let the public see it, okay? But that is corruption. Where in the world you go to a bank where they just give someone money over the counter that are not even traceable to another person to pay legal fees or other business related fee? It's just that is the corruption I think you're talking about, and that is systematic.
Yeah, and again, Damo, you ready for the video, or I should continue?
Yeah, I have the video, but I'm waiting for you to land so I don't take you away from your train of thought.
All right. So, like I said, right, systematic corruption within the system is not the individual. They don't get it wrong. I will preach all of the policies and say I will do this, I will do that. But if I get into a system that is corrupt, that system itself will corrupt me. So how can we fight that system to destroy the systematic corruption that we have within our institutions? We cannot do it by getting few people and say, let's prosecute these guys because we perceive them to be our political enemies or our political allies, our rivals rather. We see them to be like that. We cannot do it. We need to fight these people. We need to fight the system. And I believe, I'm sorry, I have not lived in Liberia for long. There are people who've been there for over 40 years. I'm below 40. But what I have seen from Taylor's day to today, I believe that Boakai is in a very good position to break this dark cloud over Liberia. He's in a very good position because here are the reasons why I believe that Boakai is in the right position. He's not materialistic.
Well,
yeah, I'm sorry, he's not a womanizer. He's not like me. Like George, we are like Damo. We are young people. You make us president, beautiful women will pass by us. And women have been successful in destroying great leaders around the world.
Oh, so you blaming us women now?
No, I'm coming. This is reality.
Come back.
We can take that debate. Women have been successful. Successful. Successful.
Well,
we can even go to the Bible. We saw what happened to we can
James, you got 1 minute because I need to play my game.
Eve. Yeah. So Eve was just sitting there surprised.
Because
you were just sitting there surprised. I bet you actually.
Yeah,
you want to open a whole different
debate.
I agree with your previous premise. Where
President Boakai is not materialistic. He's not running for this.
Well, I won't say all of that.
Or this. So I believe that he can go after every corrupt individual in Liberia and make these people to pay the penalty and set an agenda that even if the next leaders who will come, they will not come to do individuals' work, but they will go after the system. Like you see in the West, like America, the European country, these people are not going for the leaders. There are systems in place. If you are elected as a president, you are forced to follow that system. But in Liberia, we don't have that system in place. How can we do it? I think President Boakai can set that and leave a legacy. But we will continue. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Yeah, so I'll play my video. And I have an opposite view to young people being given leadership, and they might be, carried away by materialistic things and even womanizing and all of those things. I have a different view.
This is it is an empirical fact,
right? You have your say. I got a different view.
It is an empirical fact.
Let me play the video that people want to hear. So this is just a short excerpt. And this was on Spoon Talk in 2022.
A lot of things happening in Liberia as usual. One of them people. A lot of things happening in Liberia as usual. One of them people are not talking about is this communication, if you may, written by President George Weah to the legislature. Remember the issue about.
So that's just an excerpt. So Trojan's voice was just exceptional, different, distinctive.
Topic mode is agreeing. Yeah, she agree with me.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah, mommy.
So the issue of young people being given leadership and they might be distracted. Again, it's about how focused you are. There are young people who have achieved a whole lot.
Absolutely.
And they've been focused on their tasks and on their agenda. It's about you as the person. What are your inherent characteristics? Whether you old or you young, there are old leaders who have been given authority and they too have gone off the rail. Either by being materialistic, trying to accumulate wealth for themselves or their family members, or by other things. So it's about the individual, what your goals are. There are young leaders making impacts all around the world, James. We can give you a whole list, and they focus on their trend and they focus on what they set out to do. And that's just what I want to say. So irrespective of your age or it's about how you come to leadership and what you seek to achieve. The Sankaras of yesterday, the Rollins of yesterday, there are so many other persons of yesterday that they ascended to power. Even today, if you look at the leader of Senegal, if you look at the leader of Burkina Faso, if you look at other places like the UK, they've got their own young leader. Canada has got a young leader as well. So the trend is young leaders are setting the pace. That's what what I'm trying to say. Old or young, if you don't have a tax, you don't have a goal, you don't want to be impactful. It's not about the age for me. That's what
So like Damo, right? You
Mhm.
name country. I did not say young people are not successful, but I'm talking about a systematic, corrupt system with young people as leaders. We cannot bring Canada, we cannot bring the UK, we cannot bring any country from the West, because the issue here is, if what happened in Liberia, where Jim Flomo will go on the counter and take money, if that was in America, or even in Poland where I am today, or any other European country today, that report is out, the first thing, even before the report get to the media, those who were accused in our audit, they will start resigning in the first place.
My only
but
point
Jim,
here, I get
Yeah, they will start to resign before we move. Yeah,
my
go ahead.
point about the corruption in Liberia being systematic. I agree to that point. I believe that by us persecuting the people who are responsible for corrupting our country will deter others. Okay,
Yeah.
but I don't believe that women. I think there was something that was said about
No,
women.
yeah,
I
is it
said
women can
no.
distract men and
This
Yeah,
is
break
women
what
them
I
are
and so on.
said.
that
Yeah,
part.
No,
That
don't
part.
get it wrong.
Okay, what
I
were you saying?
based my conversation about successful women, successful leaders of yesterday
So you
who
say
were destroyed by women. Let's forget about the today's word. Let's forget about the today's word and
okay.
go to
Yeah, I get your point that history has said that, but again, who
Mhm.
wrote the history book? There are men who are writing the history book for women. Number one,
Yeah.
number two, women. These men are not just sitting down, quietly, and these women are coming to distract them. If we really check deep down into the history, these men are the cause of these women downfall as well.
Because they go after them, you are right. That is what
And
I'm
the reason is,
saying.
I want to drive something home that James said about systematic corruption and young leaders now being up to the tax in Liberia.
With
Since we
case study,
localizing it in
yeah,
Liberia, then
yeah, based on
my question to
Liberia
you is,
case study.
how many heads of agencies, ministries, and the rest were young people from the past up to today? When did we really start seeing the trend of young people being given, higher portfolios to serve in their country as ministers and the rest? When? It has always been the old guard. It has always been the old guard.
So
Statistically, if you
no,
want,
Diamond, we have
so,
had
let
some
me make my
great.
point now. Let me make my point now. Right now,
Mhm.
for the fact that you said corruption is institutionalized, I agree with you 100%. And that is where the disappointment of many Liberians come into play. That they felt that the young generation, if given a chance, they would have said, "Look, let's turn things around from the old ways of corruption being what it is. And since we're young and we got a longer future, got a longer time in our country, our future is bright and all of those things. We need to secure our future." They went into the corruption themselves. I agree with you. The system, the moment you go to a place and you try to do something, it's like, how can do it? You try it, my man, you can work here, and this and that, and blah blah blah. By the time you realize, the system will either eat you up or the system will fight against you.
Yeah,
They will do it in a way that you will leave that place.
that is
Whether
what that is what I was
comfortable,
talking
they
about.
will fight you because somebody says
Systematic
that is
corruption.
where they
Yeah,
can get 5,000 to 6,000 a week in their pocket, and
yeah.
you are not going to take it away from them. So
Yeah.
whether old, whether young, we've seen in Liberia from the transitioning of the guard from the old to the young, corruption has always been there. The younger
Yeah.
folks will come and say, any minute say, "I'll not rob bands, I'll go and take it, I'll buy bands."
No
And I say
passport.
they want, I want a time to eat. The old man too that were there, he transitions it to the younger person. So if we cannot break that chain, and it starts with impactful prosecution, there are
Yeah.
statements that are to be made when you
Mhm.
go after the bigger of the fishes, the smaller ones start to take you. They say,
Mhm.
okay, if we felt like this person at the top was immune and they couldn't go after them, that's example setting. When you can set the example from the top to the least man, everybody will go in, will get in line. And that is what we want to see in Liberia. It was unprecedented that we saw people going to court for elections. They had issues with elections and they
Yes.
went to court. That was something that Liberians were, everybody was like jittery and scared that something would have happened
Yes.
because we as a country, we've not seen that before. And once we start to see these prosecutions fairly done, not kangaroo court now, the defendants given their chance to having a defense, and the case is based on the evidence that is adduced and all of
Mhm.
those things, Liberians will start to conform. Later on, will be doing the country will be taking opposite lane. Ain't hard to stop. Ain't hard to stop at all. When you
So
grab drivers 1 week in a row, James, and you start getting tickets, you start impounding their cars, you start making them to pay hefty fines, and the
Yes,
police visible, everybody will get in line.
I agree.
so yeah, you
Yeah,
you don't
Yeah,
before you come in that register, let me just
yeah,
zero
go
in
ahead.
on key points that Damon highlighted. You
Mm-hmm.
talk about young leaders started coming to national leadership. Let me say in the Second Republic. Basically, that's what you're trying to say, right? Beginning with Samuel Kyan Doto today, right? That's your point, right?
predominantly.
Yeah, predominantly young people. You mean we started taking leadership in the Second Republic? But I will tell you, no, Damon. Even the first president of Liberia was a young man, Joseph Jingi Raba, who was born in 1809. And when did he take over the Commonwealth before becoming the first president of Liberia? He was still below 50 years when he became president. When he became the head of the Commonwealth of Liberia, that transitioned to republic. The
But
first leader of our country was not old. He was not old like,
so if I can just add, I think what I heard,
he was not old like Joseph Boca.
what I'm hearing both of you say that it doesn't matter how
Yeah,
old
That's
you
what
are
I'm
or
saying.
how young you are. What
Mhm.
you can be young and still engage in corruption and womanizing.
Sure.
You can be old and engage in corruption and womanizing. It all depends on the character of a person and their desire to see Liberia a better place. Okay.
That's my point, Dr. Richardson.
Yes. So that's what I heard. Both of
so
you.
how now the question that Richardson would be, how can we fight this system that has gotten damaged? How can we fight it when we have leaders who came yesterday and today who will decide to go after perceived political arrivals than going for the real people?
So good day.
Yeah.
Your point started from the deputy vice chair of the board
Yeah,
for the bank, who
PSC.
just recently Pearson, who just recently resigned.
Yeah.
And you are trying to state that it appears that some undercover money going around to put her in. The media is trying to present her in a good light publicly.
Oh
And
yes, a journal setting went on, and journalists got huge cut, and some of these people you will not hear them talking negative thing about this woman.
and maybe
Yeah.
and so to stop perhaps this systematic corruption, maybe that's a little bit of where we should start, okay, and where people should start speaking out and do not be silenced by money, okay, or silenced by a bigger voice. So that's one place to start. You also mentioned, James, that maybe we should systematically prosecute, okay, these people where we see and good and Diamond said that it's transparent. We see them actually taking a stand. We see them in the court day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, and then we see them serving their punishment. I have yet to see, and I'm older than all of you guys, and I think I've lived in Liberia. I mean, I have lived in Liberia longer than you guys, but I have yet to see these people going to court and serving time, being punished. I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it. So I believe that if we start there, we can begin to break through this dark cloud, as you called it, good day, dark cloud of systematic corruption. Okay. Nobody who, and I gave you the primary example, where in the world where a bank transaction will occur, number one, is not traceable. That was one of the things that other reports said, it's not traceable. Number two, they give it to person, anybody across the over the counter transaction, and that person is asked to pay the legal fees or whatever business fee contractors they have to pay. Why can't it just write the check itself to of that? Why do do it?
The vendors were shame. They having shame face. They can go to bank. The moment they reach to the bank, they can tend to pillar a spot. So
and Dr. Richardson, this comment, right? The person said, ask James, James is living in Europe, asks if he does not have ticket for the bus or the train, and he's controlled by police. Let tell you. Then he tell you what happened. What followed after. This person is saying something that is very, very important here. Here, if you are on a train or the bus and you don't have your card, right? You like we the students, like this card. If you don't have this card, because this card, if you have it as a student, that is your student ID. You just pay $10 for 30 days. Meaning you can travel like Monserrato. Like Monserrato, you just pay that $10. You can go any part of Monserrato on the bus or the train. You can use it.
Yes.
But if you get on the bus and you don't have this student ID with you, or you have it and it has expired, that already when the people come to you, they're not going to drag you or pull you in handcuff. All they do is to get the information from you and give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks to pay 290 zloty. That would be like almost like $70 USD. They will give you 2 weeks to pay that $70. If you don't pay, you are in big mess.
Yeah.
Like one time I went.
Can I just interrupt you there quickly? So let's look at our country now.
Yeah, I beg you. Nah, don't go there.
Where do you think the problem exists, and why has that problem? Why has it not been corrected? With all of the money,
that's a very, very nice question, Dr. Richardson. And I'll give James the opportunity to go first, and then I'll tell you where I think the problem is and why it hasn't been corrected as of now, and why we still face with this system breakdown in our country. That corruption, somebody said, has become a phenomenon. It's a lifestyle. People expect that you bribe them to get things done, and we have accepted that we have to bribe to get things done. And it has become a phenomenon, a way of life. So let James just go ahead, and then I'll just say my 1 or 2 cents about it.
Yeah, you're talking about the issue. You know, our problem started from the Second Republic. That is when this war came, we kill our president Samuel Kanyando and his team came over. They took over the leadership. From there, corruption in Liberia is not just in government. Let me give you one example. All those who are listening, try it and come back on Spoon Talk and write your comment and tell the panelists if it worked. If you have a family member or family members in Liberia, please get another person who you trust to go and ask for this toothpaste. Get that person amount and list it down, and then pick one of your brothers or sisters or relatives and tell them, please go and buy me one of these at the supermarket. I need it. How much for it? That the register, if they are selling this for $50, $50 Liberian, about 60% of our family members in Liberia will tell you it's 100 or 150.
Sad.
They will tell you it's 100 or 150. You can try it, and you will know. Maybe you will say I'm lying. Try it. If you are not in Liberia, or even if you are in Liberia, get a third party to go and buy you something, and then they will come and tell you. So the system, the way our system got damaged, it started right after the killing of Todbo. When we got rid of the first constitution, the 1847 constitution, when we got rid of it, people were not taught again about national interest. People were not taught about how to be nationalistic. Like when I was in high school, we had civics, but today, do we still have it? Maybe some will say yes, they have it, but are we getting exactly what we are to learn about our country? Like in America, in other countries, people will tell you that I prefer to die for my country. Let me die and let 2-3 people live after me. But in Liberia, James is not going to die for anybody because I did not go through it. I did not go what it means to become a nationalist. I believe in patriotism, right? I believe in patriotism. But there are differences there. There are differences. If someone is a patriot, that person is not a nationalist. A nationalist is different from a patriot. A patriot believes that everyone should have their right, let them get free movement, let them do this. But hey, a nationalist will tell you Liberia first, Liberia last. They will not go here and there. Our system got damaged when we stopped teaching people how to become nationalists. When we stopped teaching them, the new generation that came, our generation that came after the 1980s, our generation that came, we did not get anything that you learn. People who are 60 or 70 years old, what they learned yesterday, we did not get anything. Our mind, our attitudes got damaged. So today we are still going with that, and it might likely continue for 100 years. And like that, Liberia will weep away in terms of systematic attitude. So we need to, restart the entire, they get something they call factory default. We need to do that factory default with Liberia and restart the entire system if we are to get on the right way before we get there. But people, if not that, I'm sorry, we just going nowhere. And again, if you look at how we begin an independent.
Answer now.
Yeah, let me just conclude in 1 minute. If you see how we got independence and so forth, compared to Ghana, Nigeria, and so forth, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. Again, Ghanaians suffer. Their parents die. Their forefathers die. So Ghanaians will tell you, Ghana is my life. Who died?
What happened to James?
You talk about dying and never die.
You tear for one bit. James, come back. I want to know what happened to you.
Dr. Richardson.
Yes.
Yeah. The question is.
Yes, I asked a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all are at fault.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders and followers.
Mm-hmm.
We are at fault. I expected that after the civil crisis in our country, we would have had the opportunity to restart. Whether from the educational system to our health sector to whatever it is, I expected that would have been our opportunity to restart. Those who are agriculturalists, when they're trying to bend the tree and ship it, they do it at the stage that it can be easily, shipped, bent, and put in a position that it can work. We've missed too many opportunities, and we all are liable for that. Typical example, James talked about the home, so I just want to talk about the community. Somebody will tell you, this is the alley. Somebody will say, come and I'm ready for the place yet. So I will be ready. When I anything, we'll go to court. And they will build it. Somebody will tell you, this is somebody else's property. And say, oh, when I pass in America, I'm not ready for it here, man. Let me build it. And they will build it.
Wow.
Because our laws have become toothless, it's only sharp when there is something to be gained from that, either through political points or through monetary gains. You understand? That's how weak our system is. So our people have gotten used to things not working. And the system not being effective, that prosecution is not going to happen. We embedded impunity in our constitution. It's in our constitution. We embedded impunity in our constitution. And our father Sam Jackson can speak to that. The PRC made sure that they embedded immunity within the constitution. That everybody who was involved in a coup could not be prosecuted.
Yes.
That is where this whole thing of immunity, and because it is there, warlords from our civil crisis look at that and say, okay, if these people are giving immunity to for causing a coup in the country, we too we need immunity. You can go after us because if you do it, then it will cause racket shaking to the country. People always threaten the peace and all these things. So our country has become like, oh, we're fragile, we can't do the one, the law can work, and all that kind of stuff.
Making sense.
For us to make this work, Dr. Richardson, we need a serious open heart surgery.
Yes, a factory default, as good they say.
Yeah, like they're saying, oh, we miss Charles Taylor. You know what they said? Because when he spoke, be it whatever way you classify him, it was done. So Liberians will tell you, oh, when I can get time, when they say the Capra and be that one, it will be that one. Because we are people who are used to iron hands.
I think I believe so.
So we need this very straightforward approach to making sure things work.
It's
Forget
almost like
about
we used to
political
it.
affiliations too much. Forget about tribal affiliations. Forget about all of these things. Focus on what it is going to do for this country in the next 20 to 40 years.
You know,
Let the
and
law,
hard time, Diamond, is you just
this
you
war
jog my memory when you talked about we used to iron hands. Um, you almost remind me of a psychology theory where we look at the cycle of abuse. If you're an abused person, if you feel like your leader abused you by saying, if you don't do this, I will kill you, or I'll put you in jail, or you'll be formed death, you get used to it, and you get used to that fear. It becomes like a genetic pattern inside of you, and so then you will react to abuse, and that's what is almost like what you're saying. And one of the statistic that we learned is that women tend to marry if they were abused as kids or someone in their life. They tend to fall in love with abusers or marry somebody who abused them. Okay, if they were exposed to alcoholism early on in their life, they turn to marry an alcoholic because that's what they know. And so I think that's kind of what you reminded me of, just trying to understand the society in which we live in, the society in how the way how we abide by laws and stuff like that. So that's kind of what you just provoked in my thoughts.
yeah, Doc. So I will just end on this note that we still have got the opportunity to get it right, or
Mhm.
to start getting it right. Not, holistically, but we can start getting it right. Let people see the law work. Let whistleblowers be able to come forth and see that whatever they putting forth, their actions taken, because of those information coming out. Let the country see that leaders are serious about making sure systems are put in place. Look at what is the prime example so far is the issue of the transportation fare reduction. Can you believe that citizens are still not willing to pay the reduced transportation fare? They don't want to pay
I heard that
for
fight that you
if
said.
you carry, yeah, if you carry 150 to the driver that's supposed to accept 150, and the driver used to taking 200, the driver will fire you.
Yes, I
So
heard that.
because of that, I'm going for no driver. So
And there should
I
be
will,
jail for it.
yeah,
Yes.
I will pay the 200. So we
So
ourselves are getting used to the fact that the laws don't work, systems
yes.
don't work. So at the end of the
So let
day,
me
we have
just
to perform, and that's what we need to work on, Dr. Richardson.
wow. So let me just welcome CEO and then Uncle Sam, and I'll just close on the question I asked you, James. What would happen to you if you're in Liberia, and if you had this pass that will allow you to go everywhere, and you didn't take the pass, and you didn't take the pass with you, or you forgot the pass, and you said, nobody will harass you, nobody will there's a there's a sound back I'm hearing.
I think it's from CEO.
Yeah, okay. So nobody will hassle you or anything like that. They will just give you like a slip, and they will tell you, say maybe in 2 weeks you gotta go to court, and you'll be fine. But and I said, James, how come we don't have that system in Liberia? It's because for years and years, how would you get in touch with somebody who you got a ticket to? Okay. We have address, we have phone number. What do we do? How do we get in touch with that person? And I think that's part of the problem. Now, I do believe that you can find somebody. We have to start from somewhere. I do believe that if you really wrote out a ticket to somebody and wanted to find in Liberia, you can't do that. But we have not enforced that law. So CEO and Uncle Sam and Buddy Guy, I want to welcome you to the program. We're
How
just
do you guys say you need change? You need BMW.
Buddy Guy got BMW
Amen.
now.
You put your money JJ Pole.
Is that what you're trying to tell the make a BMW? You drive BMW now, Buddy Guy?
I try not to. I get no cassette. Now paper I can round.
And then join the government.
It will call.
Paper and routing.
Okay.
You can only get a person that the Richardson if you have
Mhm.
data, if you have a data system.
That's
If
what
you
I'm
have a
talking.
data system, do we
I
have
will-
this system in place in Liberia? Like here, all they want to know from you, if you have your resident card, they get a serial number, or your student
Yes.
ID, or your passport,
know.
whatever they get it. But
Yes.
do we have this system in place in
Nope.
Liberia? The first thing, like I said, our system needs an overhaul.
Yes.
We need to overhaul the system. to make sure that we start to put address to our streets, our homes, and so forth. We can still direct people. When you get on Broad Street, look on your left,
Yeah,
and you
man,
go in front and
Sharp.
run up top billing.
But let me add something to. I was listening to you guys. And
I can direct you from Liberia that you will come straight in my room.
But man, you just came and you won't talk before me. You had up on me. But go ahead, Paul.
Why? I know I was listening to them. I just wanted to buttress.
No, but I was here before you. You just came.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Talk.
I know you were giving chance. So no, what I wanted to say was, the lack of system in this country is by design. There is no reason why we do not have a proper documentation of every librarian in this country. Separate Liberians from foreigners, and then based on different lines. It is here, but how can you track it? Is there a system to track it? Look, we have internet, we have fiber optic in Liberia since when? Look, all we need to do is to digitize our process and give people remote access. People don't want to do it. People still using cash. When you go or in a sub-region, everybody using POS. You go in Nigeria, it's a big business. People carry POS to market women, to streamline things and make it easy. But the reason people don't want to do it is by design. Because
remember when
automation come,
I know, right?
When automation come, it will take away from my little chopping, my little eating, or my little something,
And this is why, and moving this back to the CBL, this is why you can just go and have all the counter transaction that is not traceable as CBL.
Yeah.
And then everybody want to glorify, the director of CBL, the board members of CBL. No, they did something they could have checked that. Those people know better. They've traveled around the world. They have same things. So anyway, let me stop and
let me just say something quickly.
Go ahead. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah. When I came in, I heard Dama talk about that we have impunity written in the Constitution, right? Mm-hmm. But but it's not only Liberia. In the United States, the Supreme Court just ruled that Trump has absolute immunity. There's everything that he did while he was president, he can't be prosecuted for it.
That's not true. They didn't rule that you have absolute. They didn't say absolute. The word is very important.
Okay, so can you please explain to us?
No, I want you to
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not.
No, but if you counter me,
but
if you counter me, please, if you counter me, please say what did the Supreme Court say?
The Supreme Court didn't say he has absolute. The word absolute, that's what I wanted to raise.
Okay,
it didn't say absolute.
So they rule that the man, anything he does as president, cannot be prosecuted for it.
Anything he does absolute.
You're wrong again.
According to the Constitution, now with Storm Daniel things.
I'm not okay. Listen. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to argue with you, but you can go check it out. The Supreme Court rule, and it's very problematic that Trump can, even when he becomes president, he will grant himself clemency, or he will grant clemency to all the January 6 people.
That's not an argument. That's not an argument.
Listen to me.
No, Uncle Sam, that's not an argument. Who he can get clemency to? No. We'll do it.
I said the man has absolute immunity as president. That's what the Supreme Court ruled.
That's not what the Supreme Court ruled.
Okay, so go ahead and contradict me with something.
Going to court in New York City, in Georgia, probably. Why is he going to court in New York City and Georgia, probably, if he has absolute immunity?
Okay, great. It will reach to the point. It will go back to the Supreme Court. So let me just go. And I would put it in the chat room, okay? But let me just basically, the point I'm trying to make is very clear, that it is not only Liberia that has written immunity in their constitution, right? But here is the issue. The issue is very clear. The problem is not our constitution. Mm-hmm. The problem is our level of understanding in terms of our role and our place in the global arena. What is it that Liberia wants to be in the global arena? How do we compete? We cannot compete because we have an inverted pyramid where we say stuff like, you kill my man, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. You know book, you don't know book, I will vote for you, right? And so we take these people that come from nowhere, no good education, no good upbringing, and we give them leadership. No other society does that. You don't take the bottom of the society and put them on the top to rule the majority. That is what the problem is. Until we can get our best and our brightest, our best and our brightest, that is when we start to see change. Simple things like a national identification system that is so simple. When a child is born, you can get that. That's not rocket science. We can't do it. Something as simple as that, right? Something as simple as a credit reference bureau, where you can go to the bank. When you go to the bank to apply for a loan, you can get a credit score or some kind of analysis of who you are as a person. We don't have a proper land registry system with a GPS to show where the land is. This is the 21st century. So the only reason we don't have that is the people who do those things, they don't have the education, they don't have the experience, and they don't have the global view, the global mindset. The people that run this country are local people who were here during the war. They went to substandard schools, right? And they don't have the ability to do anything significant. They need people from the diaspora. That's the reason why Ellen, when she came to power, you know what she did? Stanton, what Ellen did? Ellen brought in Dr. Steve Radley. She brought in Eric Wecker from Harvard. She brought in other people from ODR. Then she had this executive program. And for the first 6 years of the Ellen administration, you saw a lot of positive improvements because she brought highly people with great expertise. She brought John Malu to do the HIPIC audits that led us to debt relief, $4.5 billion. But after the first Ellen term, when Ellen became politicized, that's when everything started to go down. And until we get the best and the brightest to run this country, and not the people who are in charge now, and unfortunately, the people who are in charge now, they have amassed a lot of wealth, Stanton. They have amassed a lot of wealth. They will always be relevant in the political arena because they have enough money to fight you in 2029, and they have money to fight you whatever is going on today in this country. That's what the problem is.
Do you think, I know we're going to get in our conversation here, but do you think money can win election in Liberia? Uncle Sam.
Of course, money can win election. Money can truck people, but all the elections that have been won is because of money. If you don't have money, how will you truck people?
George Weah and Joseph Boakai. If money can make the decision, you think Joseph Boakai won because of money? Because he had money, though.
So let me tell you something. That is a situation. Clearly, George Weah came close to winning again. Don't forget.
I'm not talking about came close to winning. I am not talking about came close to winning. Let's talk about the issue. You said money can make you win election in Liberia today. And I'm asking the question, comparing George Weah wealth, the CDC money machine, to that of Joseph Yema Boakai and the Unity Party. If money can make you win election today, George Weah will going to be president right now. So I disagree with you.
Okay, so then, let me take it out of Liberia. Let me take it out of Liberia.
Don't take it out of Liberia. Let's stay in Liberia. No. I don't care about American election. No, Uncle Sam. Let's stay in Liberia. How will you take the thing out of Liberia and we're not talking about America? America's situation is different. Let's stay in Liberia. If you are staying in Liberia, money can make you win election. I will give you a couple of scenarios. One, Darius DeLon against Thomas Farah. You know Thomas Farah had money. The world chest of CDC will be on Thomas Fala.
That's an outlier. That's an outlier. That's an aberration. It's an outlier.
Let me finish, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, let me finish. Let me finish. And folks, again, share our show. Come on, what you doing? Share the show. We got a lot of information for you. Uncle Sam saying Charlie Quintan that money can make people win. We should stop this.
I agree with Uncle Sam.
Money is a factor. But money is not the key component of anyone winning the election in Liberia. We have changed that form. We have changed that trajectory to say, yes, you must have money before you win. We have had so many different levels. Thomas Fala on the streets distributing money. No. Uncle Sam, give me 10 seconds. Hey, Uncle Sam. Hey, Uncle Sam, what are you doing to us today, man? Today's a beautiful Saturday. James, can you give me Thomas Fala distributing money on the street? They don't have no money. We make the law. We push DeLong. We advocated for DeLong. And DeLong beat Thomas Fala. Here comes Joseph Yuma Boaka. You said he was a banker. He lived on loan. Everything you said. Joe then allocated $50 million US. 50 millions. Joe then put people on private jet to go to Liberia, the special rescue squad they had. Give each of them between $50,000 to $100,000. Allocated up to $5 million to set up the war room. Helicopter and plane was flying all over. We saw the plane that Jefferson Koji going to Lofa, going to Nimba. They're making a case. We should erase that out of the mind of the Liberian people. But the Liberian people stood tall and said, we'll walk in the poo water. We will walk and print our own t-shirt. But we must change this government. The people spoke and the people changed the government. You cannot tell anyone Liberian, yeah, they would truck. Yeah, they would do the thing. But when the minds of the Liberian people are made up, you can come with your silver and gold. They will disown you. If money could win election in Liberia, let's talk about comments. Come on, Uncle Sam. I give it back to you, Uncle Sam.
Okay. So that rock you use when you were having your rallies on Spoon TV, that rock you collected, you didn't collect money.
I will not interrupt you. I'll give you time.
You didn't collect money. You collected rocks. That the rocks you sent to Liberia to pay poll watchers. That the rock you sent to Liberia to feed people at the headquarters. That rock, so you didn't need money. You just went there with your street muff, and the Liberian people just say we love you. You didn't have to buy money for you didn't have to buy t-shirts. You didn't have to buy a paraphernalia. You didn't have to do campaign poster. You did none of those things there. So that just because Liberian people like you so much, you just use rock and they ate the rocks. Stanton, please stop it. Money is very, very important in the political economy.
So, Uncle Sam, can I come in? I beg you, hey, my brother Fadiga, that I like you for my small brother. My small brother, my picking Fadiga. I beg you, give me 30 seconds, please. We even start spoon talk yet, okay? I beg you. Uncle Sam, I disagree with you. What CDC and George Manor we have, you can't compare even with Bill Gates. No, don't interrupt me, Uncle Sam. I beg you, please don't.
I said nothing, yo.
Yeah, but you unmute yourself. When you unmute yourself, then you're shaking me. Don't unmute yourself. Please remain mute, please. This is ridiculous for us to listen to an economist, Uncle Sam, to make comparison. That we have to beg people on Spoon Talk to send a $5 and a $10 and a $20 compared to Joe. We are using $50 million to run an election. This is ridiculous, folks. We came begging. We came knocking on door. You had the like of Henry Costa from the beginning, begging. You had John Madu begging. You had the Spoon Talking team begging. We created all programs. Dada Radi, Popo was zero, but it can have $50 million. Yeah, we are came begging. Can you compare 350,000 to $50 million, Uncle Sam?
That's not what I said.
You had the comfort. You had everything. You had the Lebanese. You had the Fulani. You had the business center. You had Asela Mita. You had Western Cluster. You could have gone there and they gave you millions of dollars. But here come Pakulakwa. But here come the old man. I don't have it, but I believe in the Liberian people. I don't have it, but I trust in the Liberian people. And we're going to sit here and you say, money can try, but the people will answer to your money.
So you come to yourself now. You say money can try. You come to yourself.
It's a component. I'm not saying it's a key component. I'm not saying that it's a key component, Uncle Sam. You trying to deceive the people.
You are saying that money is not a factor in election.
Uncle Sam, but let's bring in my brother Fadika. Welcome to the show, Asido. I don't know why Dwalu is late today. Welcome to the show, Dwalu. It's always good to see you guys. Listen, first, even before Fadika speak, we posted so many text messages here on Facebook yesterday from the Senate chat room. They got vexed. The senators are mad. They want to know who sent the messages to Spoon. Your ass DeLong. Your ass Youngblade. Who sent the messages to Spoon? Your ass Snow. Your ass Nathaniel Miguel. Who sent the messages to Spoon? Your ass Amara Conan. Your ass Prince Moe. They know who sent it. They don't craft our message and put it in the chat room and say, y'all go show the Spoon again. I got it again. He said, I'm going to show the Spoon. I got it. The messages he put on it. We're talking about this thing about the $20 million. But what I want to share with the folks tonight, folks, it is true that $20 million was shifted for personal gain in preparation that every year they will get this money to prepare themselves for election coming up. It is true. It is true that lawmakers are covering their eyes and don't want to speak on it. Speaker Fonati Kofa is fully aware. Where is the $20 million? They must have an investigation. I was surprised. I woke up the morning that folks from the United States of America are preparing a document to send to Congress to give it to some of their friends, the congressmen and women, and explain what is happening to our country called Liberia. Do you know that they have denied so many government officials, members of the legislature from coming to America? They denied them visa. Do you know that? Should we call their names? The Americans denied them visa. The people are beginning to examine and re-examine the cost of living in Liberia and how poverty have skyrocketed and people begin to enrich themselves. Folks, let's be serious as a Liberian. Let's talk Liberia. Let's think Liberia. Let's build Liberia. Let's love our country. Do you know that the folks cannot travel right now and they're going to Europe, but they cannot come to America? Do you want us to display the passport and the names of those folks that cannot travel? Let's get serious, folks. Those men and women must go. Somebody play music, guys. Fadiga, you play music, please mute. Those men and women must go. So we got a good program for you today. Invite your brothers and sisters, share the show. We'll tell you everything. And Stanton, Alexander, Tia, Opa, Joseph Fanacon, Witherspoon, I will tell you everything. Even if you don't want to hear, I will tell you. So tell somebody that Spoon Talk is on. Tomorrow we're going to have Amos Tware, the managing director of LPRC, as our guest on one-on-one with the CEO. We're going to have Martin Cuddy on a round table with Abdullah Mahmoud. Fadiga will be joining us, and our brother Abdullah Kiatema is not feeling well. We wish him well, and he will be off tomorrow. But we will have a wonderful show, wonderful discussion, and we discuss the affair of the country, knowing exactly what has become of Liberia. Let's talk Liberia, gentlemen. Let's talk Liberia. Al Hussein, UJ, Fadika, talk to us, my brother.
Well, before I begin, there's one listener I want to send shout out to. That's Ruth Koba. Every day, Ruth is on this show. As soon as we come on, she said, "Dwadu, thank you for that statement. I enjoy you. I'm watching from Charlotte, North Carolina."
Why you saying shout out? She's saying hi to Dwadu.
No, she said hi to me all the time. So that's why I'm saying it. But she said, I've been a listener of this program. Ruth, shout out to you. I've been watching you for a long time. In fact, someone even came and said, "Who did Ruth?"
Leave Ruth alone.
Let me start about disagreeing with you. Money.
Let's talk about our show. Ruth,
let me disagree with you.
I don't can't do matchmaking here, though. Your leader, our followers alone.
Do me jealous. You married me, you're a faithful man. Just leave us. Me, I'm not married. I'm not married. So leave me on that one. Uncle said, I agree with you. I agree with you. With money do win. The reason the CDC lost election and people have lost election, even with money, is because one, they are not spending their money the right way. And with the CDC, a lot of their own folks stole their money. And those businesses that you're talking about that were spending money, they were double agent, they were double debit. They were spending on the other side and spending on the other side. And besides that, the way they govern, a lot of people were just tired with that repression and noisy and chaotic, governance structure that they had. So people, even those in the business community, wanted it up. So even as much as they were afraid and trying to play along, a lot of people were double agent. So that was happy. But if you have money and you spend it the right way, you should win election. That's why in America, people look for money. They don't even bother. They raise millions and billions of dollars for campaigns because money do win election. But most people in Africa, they don't listen to advice. They don't listen to professional. They will hire you, do it their own way, and so they stole that money. But let me open up. Well, I think that's it. We already had our first round, so I just thought I would say that. Who next? Isaac? Isaac.
Well, hi to everyone. It's good to be back on the show and see our friends, Fatiga, and our sisters, like the radio saying. A lot to discuss. A lot to discuss. You say?
You skipping, my man.
You don't have a quick internet. It may get quicker internet. You know, if it's
I look good though. Okay.
I mean, you're skipping. It's not about whether you look good or you look bad. It's about your network is skipping.
Well, I'm talking about on the show. But well, actually, it's good to be back here. I know today we had other confirmations, especially with our argument from yesterday, that the Supreme Court plays a hot on proceeding from the central bank. We are hoping that the lawyers who represented UP, who called on yesterday, can do themselves a favor to clarify their misinformation. They lied. That what they said yesterday was not the truth. The real truth is that we are reconfirming again that the Supreme Court did place a hot on all of the processes. And yeah, but we are here again for another day to discuss what comes up, and I'm sure we'll have a good show.
Thank you very much, Brother Eduardo.
Yes, Stanton. It's always great to be here, but I want to wish my first son happy birthday today. I got 17-year-old now, Stanton, 17-year-old. I'll begin answering 17 today. But listen, man, Stanton, I was listening to Uncle Sam.
What are you trying to hit the real wide about to say? Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's continue this show.
I want to say this. Uncle Sam is absolutely right. Let me tell you something. President, we are literally won that election in Liberia because of being an incumbent. The amount of cheating and money these boys threw around. Look, we have a gullible society. Whether you like this or not, it is still the same. If Acedo took $2 million that he stole from the government and he went into Maryland County, Acedo become representative. It is still that way substantially. Now, you can say money is not be all, but money is close to 95% of winnability in Liberia. 95%, that's why I will put the number. The more we reduce that, now I will give you that Stanton where that is dwindling a little bit. It's coming down. People are realizing, take the money because the money is stolen. But I want to say this before I give it to you, Stanton. I want to ask Liberian people, does the legislature even matter? Is this serving the purpose for which it was founded or instituted by the Constitution? Are they actually adding anything to Liberia? I personally don't think the legislature matters. If I had singular power, I would dissolve that rotten body because they are adding nothing to this country. Nothing of any kind. They are just taking away every single budget year. They're getting anywhere from $40 million to $60 million every single year, plus the transfers of millions of dollars to account nobody knows about. Do they matter? I don't think they matter at all. Stanton.
Thank you very much. Uncle Sam, let's get your opening. I know we were just going back and forth, but give us your official opening. Folks, again, we're going to pause for a few seconds. You got to go on your Facebook pages and share the show. You have to do it, because we are family. We want to talk to you and your family people, your friends. So right now, we're asking you, Sadifu So, share the show. Keseli Kamara, Bindu, share the show. Gamen Series, share the show. Rodney, Dennis, James David, Larry Watkins. We want to say to all Palm, I don't know who named all Palm. Share the show. I want to say to everybody, please, and I want you to comment, please. If you do say yes, you did, that we can all have a wonderful show tonight. When you're watching us from wherever, just try to acknowledge that you're watching us from Europe, from America, from Africa, from Brooklyn, Chile, wherever you are watching us from. We want to say, please share this program that we can have a wonderful show. Uncle Samuel Jackson, talk to us, sir.
So first of all, I'd like to basically extend my greetings and fondness to all Liberians, all parts of the political divide. I don't have anybody as my enemy. Not Sylvester Grisby that I beat on every day. And I have a lot of respect for Omen Joseph Numa Boyka. A lot of respect for him. From where he came from to where he is today, that is something mark of grace of God, right? But look, here I think I want you to start considering. We just had a very terrible 26. Very bad. Very, very bad. And in talking to business people, going to restaurants, going to other places, random street, the economy is suffering. And I know they say the revenue is performing. I don't know how that is happening, but the people themselves, I mean, are really, really suffering. Okay. And you had a grand swell of money spent in 2023 for the election. That quantum of money is not being spent now. So there's something economics we call aggregate demand. Purchasing power is not there. So you have a bad 26. And if you have a bad Christmas, where people feel that their Christmas the year before was better than this Christmas, I'm afraid that we will have some social problems in the country. So what I would like to recommend to the Boyka administration is to design a model to infuse some cash into the economy somehow, to rev up some areas, to put money in the pockets of people. And I mean, I don't want to say I volunteer my help. I don't volunteer. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even come near it. But they need to get a team of top-notch economists and business people. They will tell you what they need, and common ordinary people. The thing is to put money into the hands of people. Number one, to start to look at something called social protection, where in some of the poorest communities in this town and in some of the poorest counties, they have to do some sort of cash transfer. Look for $30, $40, $50 million and do that to put some money into this economy. If not, and I want you to do, today is August 10, 2024. And I'm telling you, if that doesn't happen, if the people have a bad Christmas, 2025 will be a very difficult year for Liberia, because the Unity Party overpromised and they're under-delivering. And then when you join that with the haphazard way they're doing things, and then with the corruption, the glaring corruption that the people see, the 285 machines, the NASCAR money that was used to buy 5 cars illegally. When the people see the roads, look at the roads in River G. It is just August. The roads, we put those in the chat room. Oh, when we first made a road, it took us 9 hours to leave from a river to go to Harper. It doesn't take 9 hours anymore, because those roads, they just did surface work on them. They said $22 million out of budget, but they said we want to spend $9 million. But why can't you tell us, the taxpayers, exactly how much you spent and who you paid this money to, and exactly what they were supposed to do for those roads?
I was in 30 seconds.
Yeah, but I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you very much. I think, but guys, let's get to the conversation. I just dropped something in the chat room. I want us to start with this, right? I hope you have the time. You read what I just put in the chat room. We have all spoken our 30 seconds. Before we get to my brother Asido, that's saying to us, well, whether this allocation started going back on Monday, I said, do we have to explain? But let's do this. Let's do this, folks. Again, happy birthday to your son, Mr. Dwalu. He's 17 now. I think he can start chewing bone. That's what I wanted to say. Allow him to chew bone, please. Happy birthday to him. Don't hold the piggy back. They got a lot of country.
No DNA required, okay? No DNA required. No DNA. I saw the beginning there. I said no DNA required.
No, seriously, Dwalu's son, we know that is son, that is wife son, so we can't explain everything. I know the beginning, but I like beginning to eat bomber, man. Please. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me show this. Let me show this, right? Let me show this. This is why after we talk about the different messages that came from the senator chat room, DeLong wrote this. He said, I expect this to also be up there too. Ha ha ha. He wrote a lot of stuff. They've been going back and forth. I got the messages, I'm uploading them for you guys to see. You know, we had a show yesterday. They are making fun out of the Liberian people, and I'm surprised at DeLong. There's no more secret. There should be no more secret. You have to talk to your folks as chair on foreign affairs. This is concerning that a 20 million was shifted, and not only 20 million. The document I'm about to share with the Liberian people tonight is not only 20 million. And while the senators are hiding that Society Bush, that Kuku Jumuku, DeLong is making fun out of this. He said he expected, well, he said a lot of stuff though, but he said he expected this to be on Spoon. So I show you on Spoon because he said it. They were angry yesterday. They asked each other who gave them the information to Spoon. And I told them, I said, y'all ask DeLong, Youngblee, Amara Cornet, Edwin Snow, and I tell them I gave 5 of them. Which one are they giving me the information? Y'all ask them. Yeah, Muslim. If they can't tell you, I will tell you who gave me the information.
Tell the people the thing here. Tell them that they all y'all gonna be the legal inbox. Your thing that's secret. They're not secret. On the internet, anybody can look it up. You need to stop. Say don't get out of the legal inbox because it's public. People can say Louis. Go ahead.
But the issue here is that, guys, let's be serious. It's more than 20 million that was shifted. I am surprised at the speaker. I want us to have this as a first conversation for tonight. There must be an investigation. Youngblee know about this. Members of the executive know about this shifting. The speaker, Jeff Fonati Kofa, and his folks, they know about this.
Of course.
They don't know about it. Amara Corner is informed. Francis Dopo, he's dead. They have to tell the Liberian people. Somebody put it in a blind spot, and I get all the document, folks. It hurted me so badly for us to sit on the show and just saying that we're making, sorry, I'm a Christian, I can't call the word I want to call. All of the Liberian people. I'm a believer in Christ. The name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Is that a way to book a sound cross?
But somebody play music by. But can we actually tell the Liberian people where they took the over $20 million? Can they don't speak on it? Why Youngblee have not called out an investigation when it was on the floor that please. And I'll give it to American, though he's not a righteous one, but he's been pushing for this investigation. Though he's not righteous, but I will give it to him. My fellow Liberian, you should demand of your lawmakers where they're taking your money. I will be sharing a lot of information tonight. It is confirmed that it was done on a criminal, with a criminal content, mind, criminal lane, criminal, anything you want to talk about it, because you know why? They're trying to save for the tomorrow. And they're using that money to save for the tomorrow. You asked for Nati Kofa. He said he will open up an investigation. This been over there for almost 2 months now. You ask Youngblee. Let's do the round table. Just on the money issue. We'll take it step by step, line by line, precinct by precinct. A little yeah and a little there. And they will get vexed because I about to pour the text messages again. And one of them said, you know what? Let's shut down this chat room. Then I said to them, I said, why would you do that? You will say have the 30 senator move into a new chat room. Once you move 30 of them, you move me because I'm a ghost. So if you shut this one down and you create another one, there must be 30 senators in that chat room. I must be there.
The invisible hand.
I mean, you guys are moo. Once you move 30 senators, you move 27 men and 3 women, I will be there. There's no need to shut it down. Just do the right thing. The letter that Americana wrote to Yombly step on it. I will show you the letter. She stepped on it. She won't have nothing to do with the letter. I got it. Prince Moyi angry. Prince Moyi, why are you angry? I'm surprised that you're angry, Prince Moyi. You know how the money was shifted. It's not something new. You know, Prince Moyi. But today would be the hell of a day, a big one. Let's welcome our only sister that will be on the show. I don't know what Glennie is. I mean, she went to that place, and we'll talk about Glennie later. I'm very ashamed of Glennie. I'm surprised at her. But let's welcome our sister Fatima Bintu Salih, the ex-wife of Abraham A.B. Kromat, our own dear sister. Let's welcome you, Sister Fatima. I would say we have started the show officially. Let's talk about the 20 million. So we're going to start with you.
Okay, so look, I have faith in Jonathan Fonati Kofa that he will mount an investigation and he will try to get to the bottom of this. This is very troubling on many levels because, I mean, this is fraud because the budget was passed as a law.
Yeah,
and before it was to be printed in handbills, that's apparently when those changes were made. That's fraud. It happened during the Allen administration. This is classic Unity Party operation. I don't know why they do it. I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish, but they always look into the next election. They want power. You have power for 12 years. Did you significantly improve the lives of the people? I live in Gaetown. I stay in my balcony. I see the zinc round houses over there. No offense, and the people toileting in those indoor with the women there with the labasso in the morning, holding the bucket to go bathe in your capital city. 12 years you had, and you got 7 months. You've been in power for 7 months, or rather 6 months. Yeah, it's 7 months, and you don't have anything, a policy prescription, an economic development plan to put money in communities, to energize the economy, to put young people to work. Even if you listen, there's a vacation thing, to put young people to work, 10, 20, 30,000 people. You could have found the money some kind of way to put 30 to 40,000 young people to work, and you will put money into the economy and they will spend. But what is this about? Power. You have power for 12 years. You'll be in power for another 6 years. What is it that you can say that you can put your hand on the Liberian people that we increase educational standards in Liberia? We decrease poverty in Liberia. We decrease hunger in Liberia. We increased the educational system in Liberia where scores went up, where the educational attainment of the people went up. Why are you shifting $20 million for? What is this thing about power? That's all you want, power and money and nothing else? This is terrible. So I'm asking my very good friend, Jonathan Fonati Kofa, to mount an investigation and see wherever the chips fall, and let it be known that they must prosecute whoever did that, and let it be a really forensic investigation of that. That's how I end.
Thank you very much, Uncle Sam. Thank you. Let's bring in Fadiga.
We've been talking about this. The manner in which it was so easy for people to shift money on the budget. I know they have done it in other form, but I think people getting more crafty and people getting more bold with this kind of thing. I hope there will be an investigation and those responsible. I hope the public will know there will be name and shame, and I hope that they won't hide it because until we can do some on carry on some unorthodox practice to deter these people, they will keep doing it. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, on that 20 million, it's strange. I don't know how they could do it. There are so many eyes on the budget. The fact that they believe that they could hide this is bold enough. That means people have been getting away with this. I don't think this is the first time we have seen this has happened. It's just probably we're just catching it now. But I understand that it has been a practice that they have done it with the ministries and different agency budget. So I don't know. I don't know. I look forward. I believe Yomili will do the right thing, and Speaker Kofa will do the right thing. So
That's what you're saying. You are not. I'm sorry, Fadiga. You are not driving, right? Oh, okay. Fadiga, finish up, sir, please.
No, I'm done. I'm done. That's how far I gotta say. I'll
Thank
wait
you.
until we see the outcome of the investigation and see who did it, and then we can expand on it.
Thank you. Azado, talk to us, my brother.
Right. So it's like the normal human being walks in front, but for some reason, our leadership in our country now is walking in front from the back. Like you get confused as to exactly which way the country is going. Or let's establish something here first. The issue of the budget is a walk between the branches of government, and it ends up to the executive branch. After the president signs it, it becomes law. Now, of what we say happened after the president signed the budget sometime in May, if I'm right. Now, think about this. Few days ago, rightfully though, we were sounding the biggest alarm across the globe for $6.2 million. The press conferences were being held by the executive, the other person saying this. Today we are talking about $20 million. It doesn't seem to be of importance to many the executive. And listen, the lawmakers who go and pass the budget, do appropriation, they don't enter the budget into the financial system. Ministry of Finance, only the executive branch will do that one. So if there will be shifting, I mean, it will absolutely be between the executive, Ministry of Finance, and of course, again, I'm not accusing, but to the knowledge of few within the legislature who will say, do this, do that. What if they are not aware of it? We heard about this a month or so ago. Because that is being picked up on the street, the newspapers reporting it, people seem to be a little concerned about it now. But I would have thought, though, this would have been the biggest noise because I think when I was in kindergarten, they told me $20 million is hell of a big way bigger than $6 million. So the same energy you took towards $6 million is not there for $20 million at all. And it originated from under your own watch, Ministry of Finance. Where are we as a country? Are we balancing the dial for fighting corruption? And if I may end, if this is not the highest level of a corrupt government, I don't know what it is. Now, if you were to break the law, you get punished by it. This is one of those times wherein you see, you feel, you touch people breaking the law, and it seems to be of no importance at all, simply because it is their doing. It's crazy. And I would just hope we can come back to a place where we'll be walking in front from our front, not walking in front from our back. Because as of now, nobody's understanding it. Almost like the car my brother Amos Stowe bought for LPRC others. You keep asking what kind of car is that? Is it a car? Is it a toy? Is it a bus? I don't know. But again, our country, it's hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow.
Thank you very much, Isidore. Let me bring in my dear friend, Mr. Dwalu, talk to us on this.
Dr. Francine, well, yeah, first. Let you go ahead. I'll go after her.
No, go ahead, Dr. Francine, with us. Go ahead.
Okay. Look, somebody mentioned that we have a representative form of government. Dwalu wants a dictatorship to dissolve the legislature. Let me tell you what we have. We have a lottery scheme form of government, like a clearinghouse. If you win, you become a millionaire. That's the form of government we have. We have a constitution that was written on the gun, on the instruction of weapon. I don't know whether that's an adequate constitution. These guys literally wrote impunity within the constitution. Liberian people, for people to be brave and transfer $20 million, even if they're not eat a year. Last night, I made a comment. I said, listen, I will give them the benefit of the doubt and see why they're transferring this money. But just think about it. For people to be brave, $20 million. Carry $20 million came out and decide to build a fishing industry and see what you can create in that location. On Hussein talking about vacation job, I would tell you, say $20 million can create almost 50,000 permanent jobs in Cayman County. Take that money to Wiyala and build some factory making wheelbarrows and shovels and see what it can create in that location. These representatives have to do their job. Look, if they push to enter the legislature is singularly just to go and make your own money, you are not serving the people. We cannot continue to pay people that aren't doing the job they are being paid to do. This is lunacy. Look, this country has to develop. And I firmly believe anything that stands in the way of Liberia's development, it should be removed. I don't care how you get there, because we cannot kill 10,000 people simply for one man to get rich when he has not earned what he claiming to be rich out of. This is crazy. We have to make adjustments. That's what I say all the time. Fatima.
Well, I had to take a deep sigh on this one. I mean, some people are less than smart. The fact remains that if we're speaking about Liberia, first I would like to just greet all of you, the panelists, and I would like to greet everyone across the globe. I don't know how people can actually look at the last 6 years, crisscross over it, and go to 12 years. Let's start from where we just and left off. It's not that we're happy that people transfer money. That's why accountability will come in. The speaker will come, he will investigate, he will come and let the Liberian people know. And you know what? If people willfully did what they were supposed to do or trying to steal the Liberian people money, they will be brought to justice. We'll shame them. We'll do what we have to do. The voters, that's what I keep telling the people. We educate our people. Okay? But when you jump over, how many failed governments have some of y'all worked in? I mean, I just wanted to know, because if you just sit here and jump over the last 6 years, we are here talking about once a year about the word audit, everybody running, everybody vest, everybody freaking out. We're not even talking about that, and you're talking about 12 years of Ellen. 12 years of Ellen, you needed to audit there. You needed to do what you wanted to do. Let us stop, back talking, back walking, and try to do things that y'all know is not going to hold water here. Okay? We're talking about people who have done things that we will hold them accountable. There were people, some of you serving the government, you wrote pages of paper. I don't understand why nobody, like the last government, why didn't you guys create measures that will create jobs for our people that you'll look up and say, you know what, these are the things that we did that created this amount of jobs for people the last 6 years. When you won't come and talk here for us to believe you, for the Liberian people to sing praises to you.
Well, since
no. When you are talking, I did not talk. You need to be very quiet. I sit down and listen to all the things you talk, although I do not understand it. Sometimes no. Do not interrupt me. I told you some people are less than smart. Do not interrupt me when I'm done talking. You will have your turn and you will talk. Other than that, I do not want to hear you. I do not interrupt you. So, like I was saying, the Liberian people are here. They will listen to what we are saying and they will draw conclusions. And Spoon will continue to educate the mindset of our people to understand the power of that vote so that they can make decisions that will affect their lives. Not to sit here for you to come and jump over 6 failed years that we are still trying to get our feet out of and jump to 12 years of Ellen Johnson. Okay? We had a young president who could have created most jobs because he came from the slum and did things. You don't talk about that. So please, y'all be very quiet until your turn. Thank you.
Uncle Sam, it's you.
Richardson, can you talk to us?
Yeah. Yes. Something that I said to put in the chat room that had me laughing. But you know, I think often people might say that Isidore and I do not agree. And if we do agree, we probably have different reasons for agreeing. Isidore, in my opinion, believe that the CDC can do better. And so when he disagrees, I think that he's just trying to promote or use propaganda in favor of the CDC. But in this point of $20 million being shifted from the budget is very concerning to me. Okay, and this is where I believe I agree with him. $20 million. People sat down. This is why we have our legislature to work for us. They sat down, they agreed, they say, okay, X amount of dollar will go so and so place, X amount of dollar goes so and so place. And then a certain group of people went in caucus and decided, no, we're not going to do that. We are the Madonnas of the Senate. So we are going to put the money where we feel fit to put it. You can't do that. That is not democratic, okay? To me, I have a serious problem with that. And I hope that this investigation, because I understand, yes, I want an investigation to happen. And I understand that we are getting to it. And I'm hopeful that we'll get to it. And once we get to it, let it be transparent. Let it be hour by hour, day by day. And those who are responsible for shifting this money, even if you didn't steal it, you took upon yourself to say, I want $10 million to go to Kipma. I wanted to go to Grand Juliet. If you did that without the body knowing about it, you should be held liable for it and you should be held accountable for it. And that's how I feel about this whole money, $20 million shifting in the budget. This should not happen. That is wrong. That is poor governance. That is the beginning of stealing, or if it's not stealing, corruption. So that's what I have to add. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. I think we're here to serve the Liberian people. We're here to force one another. We're going to give the people nothing but the best. I want to say again, what will remain on this conversation, the budget complaint analysis I'm about to share with you guys, and the shifting. Let me go back to Isidore. And I like your argument you are making here, Isidore. $6.2 million was some cash money that your people took. The allegation that cash money, they went there, they took it. The 6.2 million. And you as an accountant and financial guy, you know the budget of paper. Nobody take $20 million yet. They're shifting the money to their own priorities. So let's get it straight. I mean, Uncle Sam, yeah, you can help us if I'm off. They are shifting the money to their own district, to their own county, for their own priorities because they know exactly that it will benefit them tomorrow. Now, the argument is, my Liberian people, the money was there for this purpose. The money was there to go to hospital. You reduce it, you shifting it, not to the hospital, but to go to Bokulonjide. The argument is right there. And that's a unique argument. Now, it is not legally done. It was done in secret. It was done with few folks. So when I said don't come and say, oh, you're talking about 6.2 million, but you're not talking about this, Minister Isidore, the former, is in error because the money that Samuel Tuet took, the money that Stanley Cooper took, the money that Joey sent him to take, the money that Mr. Wissa sent him to take, the money that all these people put together and say we would take with the allegation, we should add allegation, the cash, that money that gone solo. You know they say Papi Solo, that money gone. So I get it straight. CDC took the money, raw cash, and we get filed out to show. But this government saying we will put it in the budget, we'll shift it, and maybe we'll use it later for our own personal gain. So when you consider your money they're going to take, no. Now the argument here remains. Maybe they will not take it because we blow the alarm. Maybe they would take it. It's up to you to decide. Let's do another round on this because I'm uploading all these different documents. I want you to see clear where the shifting took place. Okay? You're about to cry. Where the shifting took place, because intentionally it was done. It's not only that though. I'm surprised at Uncle Sam and whosoever said Fonati will bring an investigation. He had almost 2 months to bring about an investigation. He was stepping on it. J. Fonati Kofa, Speaker of the 55th. He had every opportunity to bring up an investigation. He stepped on it. The pressure in this mountain is getting hard. So therefore, Fonati put out a statement and say, we will look into it. You bleed. So what's going on here? What's going on here, Uncle Sam? Let us go one more time on this thing, and then we'll jump into the other conversation.
Okay, so in order for this to be completed, this fraud to be completed, the executive branch of government, which prints the budget and makes it into a law, there had to be complicity between people at the highest echelon of the executive. So while we may not know the individual lawmakers who may be involved on the legislative side, it is clear that this fraud, this criminal act by the JMB administration could not have been effectuated without the complicity of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, the budget minister, right? And people in the fiscal. And these are all Joseph Boyka appointees. For this fraud to be effectuated, it had to be broad, and there has to be a lot of people have to be complicit in this fraud. So this is the Watergate. This is the Watergate of the Boyka administration. This is huge. This is, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Liberians, this is huge. If Joseph Boyka does not take action against those in the executive who perpetrated this fraud, instead of you talk about, you say they didn't take the money yet. So because somebody decided to steal and they put something away, and because they didn't take the physical cash yet, so they're not crying to go ahead and transgress on our budget law, shifting money with the intention to steal. That's criminal conspiracy.
I agree with you, Uncle Sam. I 100% agree with you.
That's criminal conspiracy.
I was making a comparison that your Joey to your own money. They won't stay on the paper. That's what I was saying. But I'm not saying it's not wrong. It is wrong.
This is allegation against Minister Toy and others.
They will have Uncle Sam.
Let me finish, sir.
You the 71-year-old, go ahead. You the 71-year-old, go ahead.
Yeah, 71-year-old plus some days. Okay. So this is a criminal conspiracy, unlike we have not seen in this country for a long time. This is bigger than the water. This is bigger than Watergate. Those of us who old enough to understand Watergate. This is a scandal of, monumental proportion of my Liberian people. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, the budget minister, the fiscal minister, and the people from the foreign affairs who print this document, which is called the budget, they were all part of this fraud. Food for thought. I rest on that note.
I will agree with you. Before we go to my brother Fadiga, I 100% agree with you. It's bad for our country. I was able to speak to some folks here, permanent folks in America. They are preparing documentation to send to Congress, that Congress should look into this because they don't trust the liberal lawmakers. They are preparing documentation to send to Congress. They believe that in this regard, the American government will get involved, and whosoever applied to shifting to the budget, whether from the executive or the legislature, somebody here will rule. So I agree with you, Uncle Sam, but I will put this on Fonati Kofa. I will put this on Yomli Kanga Lawrence. I will, and I will defend what I'm putting this on them. UJ Fadiga, talk to us, my brother.
Well, Uncle Sam, I don't know what to make of what you always try to politicize things, the issues. So sometimes, even if you have important things to say, it gets buried because you find every loophole to something. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense. The fact that you blame the executive on this, and look, uh, I want all of us to be calm here. In as much as uh, 20 million or what that was secretly inserted or whatever it is in the budget is bad. The fact here is there is more to this story. It's not an easy thing to just make way with 20 million, in a budget. I don't think this money has been used yet. I don't think it has been transferred yet. The fact that we notice it and we are talking about it, I think it's a good thing. I still believe that there is more to this story. Um, Everything that we are saying right now is speculation. I hope that Senator Kanga and Speaker Kofa will look into this so that we can find closure and see who did what and what was on. But to start pointing finger, and there's no way we can compare this with 6 million that was outright stolen. That's false equivalence, and the reason people keep bringing these something and just and keep diverting the conversation is because they do not want us to talk about the real issue. That's what I'm going to say. They want us to be diverted from the real issue. So, Uncle Sam, nice try, but for me, I have nothing much to say about this incident. I look forward to an investigation and see who's responsible. If it is from the Ministry of Finance or if it is from the House, we'll find out pretty soon. I don't think it's something that can be hidden, but we should not treat this as if to say somebody took 20 million and put it in some bag and ran away with it. I think we should just all exercise restraint, wait until this investigation, and then see where it goes from here. For me, that's what I'm going to do for now. Stanton, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, I think it's me next, right? So, my brother Stanton, my very good brother, you are a good man. You are always on top of a king. You are good at this. But, since I've been knowing you, brother, the weakest argument you have always put on came out today. Very weak until, I don't know if anything is weaker than that. So first off, the budget leads to money out. Use your common sense here. If people will put money somewhere for a reason best known to them, they've already made all of the necessary connections by which they will get it. So that money they put there will be their first priority than anything. The budget has been running for how many months now? Wherever they put it, who told you it might not have left already? We are in August. The budget has been.
What the investigation will reveal.
Right. That's what we are you on the same page on this one. But to outright come and say that paper that is just there, it may not be exactly correct. Yes, the budget is just paper number, I understand. But hey, the government of Liberia, no matter what, will raise more than 20 million. And at 20 million, they put wherever they put it in. So it means that will be their top eyes. That's why they want to get quickly. So how did you think they flap? And what's the accusation? The accusation was that when the budget was coming back to the national legislature, that's where they noticed the differences in figure. It means one figure went to the legislature after the president signed, and then they did other adjustments, printed out the book. When it was coming back, that was where the adjustment was made. What does it tell you? What does it tell you? I don't think somebody may have done the adjustment. Sometimes we want to be political, but let's look at the issue from it. Listen, if you are in government and you know this whole the way you get or something here, you will be quick, make sure it comes out. So up to this time, up to August of 2024, a budget that have been running since, And then the argument is, it's just paper. Yes, it could be just paper. But again, you cannot be entirely correct. So you are a good man. Come back to defend again, no problem. But the other Rubia, you're not sure. Oh, my brother.
I said you spoke so eloquently about putting something somewhere and go get it as though you're speaking from experience. But I would digress and say this. Colonel Gray, welcome to the show. Look, if the government, this is premeditation, the transfer of that money, whether that paper or not, is premeditation, it's a crime. But I want people to understand the distinction between actual 6 million, actual mop-up money that is actually taken. This is real money that was taken. This is even more criminal. I want to say this to the legislature. Look, if you want to transfer money, can you transfer $3 million to my brother Armstrong Jabba so he can buy some tractors, so he can keep these people working, and we can expand the rest operation in the country? You transfer my brother some money, even if it's a loan. Transfer him $3 million. So you can expand that operation. You will repay back the government. That's the kind of transfer I'm interested in. Let's transfer some money to Riverside County, open a brick factory to build government buildings across the country and put 1,000 men to work. Look, the issue about transferring money, look, another thing I'm wondering, Stanton, why is it that the legislature is hesitant to publicly address this issue as it relates to the $20 million transfer? You cannot allow something to continue to fester in the press when you are not addressing it. People will make up their own mind against this kind of money. But Senator, before I go to Fatima, I want to ask this question. How is it possible that a few people can transfer government money? Senator, all the players around work to take money from somewhere. It's almost like it's impossible. How is this possible in Liberia? Oh, yeah, I know how. We deliberately go to the legislature with an intention, go to the judiciary and the executive with a singular intention to whack the people money. That's Mankebe's code. Fatima, I'll give it to you.
Well, as you can see, we're all saying almost the same thing. If this money was transferred or if they were planning on transferring it, this is where the speaker steps in, investigation is done, and anyone found liable, anyone found to have a hand in it, they're ashamed, they're brought to justice. But I think we're setting the horse before the cat or the cat before the horse. Let's find out what went wrong. Let us investigate it. And let us come to terms, and do what we have to do. But just sitting here, and talking as if, we have math people here. They say they're financial people. They know why, they're just coming from there. They know how to dig hole and cover hole. They know what they've been doing. As you can see, the others are speaking, and they're speaking louder than the Empire State Building. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try our hardest, wait for the investigation.
You alone are wait. We're not waiting. You alone should wait. Don't say we. Just say you.
Aren't you calling on the speaker to investigate?
No. Say you. Say you.
So the speaker is going to do what he has to do. But for us to just sit here and be making allegations and saying this person stole the speaker, they brought all of them. These are people that we've elected. We need to make sure that they come to terms and explain to us why this money was put in the budget and where it is. Until then, I think we're speculating. We should wait for them to speak.
I don't think it's speculation. I disagree with you. So you speculating.
At this point, do we know what
you're speculating? It's not speculation.
Do we know what they've done with the money?
It's not speculation. So let me show the Liberian people something. You guys got to use the chat room, put this information to inform your discussion. We are not speculating. We got documents, and we're sharing the documents. So let's try to read the document. The budget started with 692 million. The adjustment for the 6 million. It went to 738 million, right? You can go ahead, the him bill came up with 738 million. It's a big, unique argument people are making. The different, after it was signed, and I'll put the rest of them in the chat room, you come to understand these are the complaints other lawmakers are making. We signed on the budget. We allocated the money. If you're getting any money that will increase the budget, where is it? Money that coming from maybe it must say, listen, I can get more. Maybe come and say we can generate more. I already said we can generate more. But the budget was signed. It was approved. Everything was done. The extra money that what people are having problem with. People start distributing the money to their own interests. I'm from Grand Bassa. I'm going to send it to the Grand Bassa Community College. No, don't forget about me. Fanatiko say I'm from Grand Cru. I need someone to go to Grand Cru to my district. And they left other people out, Fatima. I'm going to put the rest of the document in the chat room for you to take a look at it. That's the problem. They have shifted to their own interests. AFL took some, okay? People send it back onto the district and the county. If they knew they wanted to distribute, they should have brought it on the floor, have an open argument. So when you have people like Amara Kone and say I'm from a poor county called Bopodu County, you didn't give me some. I have nothing. But you took a lot of them to your county principal, Yvonne County. You took a lot of them to your district in Grand Cru, Mr. Speaker. You took a lot of them. Francine, can you mute yourself, please? You took a lot of them to Grand Bassa, Yombly, to your people, Yombly. You even take 10,000 of that money to get to your past church. You even call a retreat in there as well to go ahead. Oh, you laughing again, Fatima? Don't let her talk. You even call a retreat and get some money free to Hotel Buchanan. We know these things. And that's why we're making a complaint. That's why we are saying it was wrong and it is wrong. So I hope you understand. I'm going to put the rest of the information in the chat room. And I hope you understand. We will continue with this. Now, they are all arguing in their own chat room. I about to put a message. If anybody just recently sent a message in their send chat room, I'm going to show it again. Okay? I about to show it because that's the way we are as a Liberian. Let's tell the people the truth. They voted for you. They trusted you. That Dwalu can say, but you're stealing from the Liberian people. These guys preparing for the next election, building a war chest. Don't tell me about Fanatikofa is a righteous man. Yombly is holding Mary for the grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed are thou among the women of Buchanan. No, they are not. And peace on earth forever in Jesus' name. Amen. No, they are not. Come on, guys. These people are doing the worst. Let's hear from you, Conor Gray. We got to move on to the other conversation. Conor Remy Gray, happy belated birthday. We sang your birthday song yesterday. So be nice on the show today, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I was not here yesterday, but thank you. Thanks for the thoughts, man. This is an age-old problem. A few weeks ago, I came in talking about we're in a Liberian Renaissance. In other words, things that used to be done in the old as regular and normal things would not be done under this regime. So these normal practices, Jenna Brunson is not new. She has been doing this forever, hiding money here and there. But remember, if they can put 25 million in one person's pocket and say, go look for money changer, deviate among them, and then make false paper, this is not the time for that. So I'm glad that these kinds of practices now being unearthed, because trust me, 6 years ago these were normal things. We're making noise about it today, but they all existed. As you can tell from people who serve in our regime, how they speak. But the difference is today it's not a practice that Yombly and others in leadership who have proximity to the current regime can get away with. Janelle Brunson is in a dangerous position, is in a precarious position because Janelle cannot do what she used to do under George Weah and probably going back. This is a different time. And I'm glad that we're having some of this situation earlier. I think the budget was just passed because there were some issues with the budget. They had to go make some adjustments. And then they came back. I think the budget just went into being probably in July, if I'm not mistaken. But the idea that is being cut now, that tells you that this is a different era. Trust me, this is what the rescue mission is all about. Things that used to be done in the past will not be brought forward, regardless whether someone leading from the back or the front. This is good for Liberia. Stanton?
I'm trying to mute my computer. It will not work. Holy Ghost fire. They tried to mute me just now. I asked you, let's come back to you. We'll give you the last word on this one, please.
Yeah, sure. So before I go there, I really want to please give me the time. Or my sister, really, my sister, do you have anything else to offer on this platform besides insulting people, telling people how they're looking, what they eat? Do you have anything else to offer? I really will be glad to live that day when you come on this show and discuss the issues and forget about Fadiga, forget about I say where he eat or what they make cook, that they don't cook good, so they come here. I don't think it matches you. I've never seen you pull up any argument or defense for anything besides you calling people some way, somehow, sister. That's not what we should be doing on this show, in my mind. Again, you can come and tell me what I ate today, what I didn't eat at your business. I'm only being honest to you as a friend. You can always see me whenever you do your thing, I can be laughing because I don't care about it. A lot of people only see you, that you only come here to call people's name. Discuss the issue and forget about who come, who say they eat rest, who say they swim in the water. All that thing ain't necessary. Please come to the issues. Let's discuss it. So again, something as I said is no different. This is a criminal practice. The people got together as a body, passed a law, which is the budget. The president signed it. It should be as it is. Now, taking 5,000 from A land, carrying it to B land, taking 3,000 from C land, carrying it to F land is done because of a purpose. And whoever did it, why will you do it after everything has been done, not before? That's why the body comes together and debate the budget so that it can bring a fair representation of the country. But after all that process has been done, and then someone else from somewhere somehow got other issues that they want to. If you thought that was very, very important, you could have brought it up during the debate time before everything was done. The fact that they waited and whatever, there is no justification in my mind to say, oh, the people put 20 million to this hospital, or they say no, then they take 5 million and send it to that hospital, no justification. There was a body that debated the issues. They passed the budget on the basis of fair representation of the country. All of them agreed on it. The executive agreed on it. The president signed on it. That should be the law. You can't come back with some other explanation and say because we pass it, we gave X more money, so we decided to give him more because C get B money. To me, that's not an argument at all. This is criminal. It's a crime. You can't do that. If this would be the normal practice and we have this kind of excuses from people, I thought it would be interesting. But again, it is corruption.
I agree with you. Again, this is very important. I agree with you that this is mass corruption. It's been happening. And I'll put this squarely on Fanatic Kofa. Any one of you can go ahead and say not him. It's on Fanatic Kofa. I do. Fanatic Kofa, the Deputy Speaker Thomas Farah, they know about this. Dixon Sibo know about it. Okay? The Liberian people should know that these guys, then they are operating a cartel operation. Yeah, I say. Yomri Kanga Lawrence know about it. The law, they know about it. I'm going to put it on them. They have to solve this. They got to fix it. All right? The information we have in our possession is pointing to them. They should open an investigation. They deny Americana the investigation, and he's pushing for an investigation. They should open an investigation on the 20 million. You got Prince Mo, you know about this, and Prince Mo accusing everybody but himself. It's wrong. Even Joe, we are calling for a meeting. Can you imagine? Joe, we are calling for a meeting. Who claiming that the budget was fingered by 22 million? Anyway, I will be there. But let's go back to Joe, where announcement that he made in the chat room. Now, Alcido sent me this information today. Distinguished colleagues, please be informed of an important meeting of our caucus. Along with Alcido sent me this, along with the CDC Executive Committee and our political leader, His Excellency, Dr. George Fokeklong, we are slated for August 14th. Yeah, the 14th, 4 days from now. At the party headquarters beginning at 4 p.m. Joe, we are saying them go, do I stop laughing? Joe, we are saying them go discuss the $20 million. Don't make me laugh, man. Key on the agenda will be preventing political and economic situation in the country, especially the surreptitious fingering of the national budget. John, yes, somebody call that word for sure. Are you aware the chair of the caucus, Senator McGill, has alerted us that over 20 million was shifted in the budget? we all pass unknown to us, Frank Safoko Jr., Secretary General, CDC Legislative Caucus. Joe, we are saying I'm going to discuss the for the guy 1 year. Joe, we are for 6 years. All the shifting that was done on him, he discussed it. That didn't want to concern him.
That boy's a shameless, spineless slumber. I will come here and tell you like,
you know, sometimes listen, this is a serious discussion, folks. But sometimes I gotta laugh. Joe, we are calling here people that say you can't have meeting. They put it to 20 minutes on my own. Mr. Twelve talk to me.
Go stand up because I'm a firm believer that if somebody come after you directly, you will have the chance to answer. Let Fatima respond before I go ahead.
So you Fatima will respond. Man, we're doing a round table here, back.
Okay.
You want to moderate the show? Then I will sit back. Man,
no, relax. My man, ain't not telling you going on. You still moderate. Let me say this though. The problem here is, look, the CDC boys, they're shameless. This stuff that's happening with flagging it, the boy took $50 million United States dollars to run a campaign. They're not just shift. So we have built condominiums. Okay, see, 6 months. He was literally flying all around. The boy did not have a part to pay in to begin with. He was able to build all kind of yama, and he got the guards to come on the airwave and tell somebody they're shifting money around the budget. It is still illegal what they've done. I'll give you that. But George Weah is in no position whatsoever to come tell anybody about shifting. What is he going to talk about? And the George Weah write that all that stuff, go really and put it on it, or who did what? I want George Weah to come to the public and actually stand before the press and take a few questions. The day he does that, hey, God, we being like, bro, asking some questions then. Fatima,
Fatima, I know you want to come up. Fatima, hold on 1 minute. Anyway, I will wait after you because this one is very juicy. This one is very important. So Fatima, say your piece. Joe, we are serious. He want to discuss the 20 million. Go ahead, Fatima.
So, I mean, I think we all come here to contribute my part as a social worker and someone who is also an educator. When I speak to people, I know English is my first language, although I speak Vai, I speak Madingo, I speak Pele. But when others are less than smart and try to speak in their language and their tone of voice, the phonics, the verb and subject does not agree.
Fatima, we'll not do that on the show today.
Excuse me, when he was talking, you did not speak.
No, I will not excuse you.
No. When he was speaking to me, you did not say anything.
No, we'll not do that, Fatima.
Anyway,
Fatima, let's call you back. Calm down. Calm down. We'll not do that on the show today, man. Come on. Every day, we'll not do that, Fatima, please. We appreciate you coming on the show, but we'll not do that. The back and forth, let's discuss the issue. It's not about the language. It's not about the data. It's not about what you know. Let's discuss the issue, the thing about we got to answer and fight. Guys, I'm tired. Please, folks, please. I beg you, let's talk about the 20 million shifted. My sister Fatima, you know I love you, but sometimes let's just move on. The people that will tell you that you got to speak, you got to answer, no, they are not doing justice to our conversation. I beg you, Sister Fatima, please. Let's move on. Uncle Sam.
It's fair enough to stop Isaac. It's fair enough to stop Isaac though.
No. I stop. Listen, guys. Let me do this today. Let me do this. Conor Gray. Let me do this. I beg you, Conor Gray. Please, Chief. Bossman, I beg you. Fatima got to cool off. It's every day we come. I've stopped Asido already. I told Asido not to do it as well. Asido shifted. Okay, we shouldn't, go to court on this one on the show. I beg you, folks. I love Fatima so much, but sometimes when we push and say, let her talk, let her do this, it's not helping our program. I beg you guys, please.
For him to address me in your type of way.
But Fatima, I've addressed Asido already. I beg you, let's move on. I said, Fatima, let's move on, please. Please, I beg you, let's move on, sister. So I beg you, let's address the $20 million issue. We shouldn't go contrary. We can go in the chat room and destroy ourselves. But let's address this 20
So why don't you reprimand him to go to the chat room and address me? Why?
Put it on me. I said that to him. I said that to him already. I did. And he went down.
Why did you stop him?
I did. Please. I beg you, sister, please. All right, Uncle Sam, let me come to you, and then we'll go to Dr. Richardson on this one. George Brunner, we are calling for an investigation on the $20 million, Uncle Sam.
Well, I think he has a perfect right to do that. when he takes into consideration the sheer hypocrisy in the Burke administration that stole Unity Party government, that stole for 12 years, mismanaged the economy, brought the economy to its knees, and then they have the and by the way, this shifting of money started within the Unity Party government, and there's somebody in the mansion was very, very good at doing that. But he's sick, so I won't call his name. You know? So Georgia has a right to say, oh, this is the thing that people have been doing, and then they're accusing my people of doing this, and they're not even saying, let's review some of the things that were done. Egregious, my people mean the thing that was so bad. If President Booker just took some of the things that were done that was so bad in the 12 years of the Unity Party government, it will give him instant credibility. But if he says that, oh, we got all the other reports, we can't go with other reports, there were things that were not audited. There were crimes that were not uncovered until now. And you're not dealing with those crimes. And then George, I say, okay, I will politicize this $22 million. I will put their feet to the fire. The CDC Legislative Caucus will meet, will call a press conference, and call international attention to this broad daylight robbery and bring attention to the selective justice that is being perpetrated by the Joe Biden administration. So, President, we are you right to do it. Thank you very much. That's why the Legislative Caucus, and he's the standard bearer of the party, he has his right. Nothing wrong with that. You can make fun of him. Yeah. But he has a right to call his party legislators together and ask him to do an investigation so they can have their own say on what happened to the $22 million and why was it shifted and who are the culprits.
But to see that, that's a Richardson comment. To see that George Manor, we are saying, can't let talk about this shifting. Seriously, Dr. Richardson, talk to us, man.
So I just want to say I apologize. I'm traveling. I'm sitting down in the car right now, so I didn't hear the genesis of what happened or what Isidore said. But I'm sure Fatima's going to come back, and I always respect her views when she present on this show. She has a great way of addressing the issues. In regards to George Weah shifting, George Weah is in no position to tell anyone about how the budget should be put together or how the budget should be arranged. George Weah is not a great messenger. He had an opportunity to speak about credibility. Okay, he had an opportunity to take the Unity Party to court to address this matter, and he failed to do that. He didn't show leadership in issues, matters relating to our country. So I don't want to hear about any meeting that George Weah is having today, tomorrow, or in the future. Okay, he failed the country. He didn't lead the country. And yes, this shifting of money in the budget is a crime. It's corruption. And if okay, if we want to go down, it's almost like pay to play. These guys are shifting the budget to say, let me put more money in the area that I'm representing so that the people can vote for me. That's what it comes down to. That's what George Weah did it too. He stole. So George Weah is in no position to talk about, what's going on in the budget. And I'll rest my case right there because
I think I agree with you, Dr. Richardson. I strongly do agree with you. I don't know why people are saying that, well, he got a right to do it. Right to do what? And folks, because we have the other story and we got to go to the story. But I think reading this letter is disturbing, though. For George Manor, we have said important caucus meeting, distinguished colleagues, please be informed. You'll come to meeting. The president will be there on the 14th. And Uncle Sam is buying into a key on the agenda is the money that was taken. Are you serious? I mean, where are we as a people? Are you serious though? I mean, I kind of, listen, go down in history 6 years ago. Understand that this was all about President Weah. But we'll wait for the meeting. This is their chat room. This is Frank Safoco, and thank you, Asido, for sharing this information with us. I think now they're giving you information to share. But this is Prince Moi. I want to come to you, my brother Fadika. Prince Moyi said, somebody said to Prince Moyi, Senator Moyi, you know that you are not in the Senate PAC, the Public Account Committee in chat room, and you have seen the comments that made by Senator Cornyn regarding your committee, MWFC. I share with you since the 25th of July this comment was made. It was not shared. Why are you accusing me? So somebody should look at the date. Dwalu, this thing been around 2 months, and you guys are stepping on it. Secondly, I did not say I wanted anyone on sanction. Wrong. I did not accuse people. If allegations are made and we call for an investigation, what is wrong with that? Let's go down a little bit. The senator who sent to Spoon know themselves. They point their finger. Colonel Gray, who sent these messages to you, Colonel Gray? Because you brought it to me. The senator who sent these messages to Spoon know themselves. They know I did not send it. Look at the message they share. What does this text have to do with my call for investigation? Senator Moyi, are you accusing me with what facts? We get a lot of them. The Senate, the chat room is on fire. Some of them said they are not going to say anything in that chat room anymore because they want to the secret tour and we're exposing them. From there, we'll go to the House of Representatives chat room. They are working for the Liberian people. What are they hiding? But Mr. Dwyer, what are people hiding? They are working for the Liberian people. You take the people money, you want to hire yourself? You take it, you win, you take it, you lose. No. Mr. Dwyer, talk to me before I go to Conor Gray. Because I know Conor Gray want to come so high on this.
Yeah, that's what you're coming about. Their intention, center, their intention is not to serve the people, but to serve themselves. Look, whenever you have a bunch of employees that they don't mean well for the country, they wouldn't mean well for themselves, they have this stuff from the people, not recognizing that everything is public. Look, this is not a national security matter, it's money issue. For you to get the girls to think you can walk away with $20 million, shifting them around, go back to your district, and see all the things I'm doing with my own money. I'm paying you, I'm paying school fee, I'm paying gas. I will say that every time I get a Colonel Gray. Not a single government official in the Republic of Liberia in 177 years has ever taken your own personal money and do anything for you. That your money where you get there, that your money where they stole, they take when they get small about you. The high again where I said, though they not pay anybody's school fee in Liberia. That is a lie. Colonel Gray.
He didn't. You're right. As it don't pay down for anybody, not his own money. Colonel Gray?
But Dwalo can make all the noise. These were normal things. How you think a plank seller like Fala became so rich? I think somebody like the other lawmakers who were, well, it was possible then, because that was the normal practice. So fast forward, Prince Moyi et al., they figure that it's our time now. But unfortunately for them, it's not anybody's time, but the people's time. So that's why you see some of these things are coming up. But when I listen to Joe, we are talking, he's just a drowning man. Anything that passes by will hang on to it to climb himself out of the water. The fact about the matter is, George Weah is finding the smallest discussion that would dissuade attention from the issue of this government coming after them for their past practices. You understand? So this is just a deflection. If you look at it, look, George Weah may have all the right to say stuff because he's the leader of a political party, but the fact remains that this false comparison will not excuse them from their past practices. I don't care how they can, try to blaze the fire with gasoline. It's not going to take attention away from what they did yesterday. The fact that we are making some of these, we're setting up some of these roadblocks on these past practices that were normal. I will continue to say it's a good thing for the country. We're moving in the right direction because you know what? If this was just 6 years ago, it was normal. You would not even hear about it. You just see, whatever Fala and others will be doing in life. You see them bringing new transportation. They say they give them. Those people brought in so many public transportation for themselves, using government immunity to bring those things tax-free. They were normal. These are all some of the money that were being squeezed within the budget that made them so rich, ill-gotten wealth. It's not going to happen going forward. I think I like what is going on. Let Joel talk because he needs to see how to run a regular government void of corruption and personal aggrandizement. He needs to learn it. He didn't know it. He's learning it now. So let him call a meeting. Let him call 12 meetings. That would be better.
So the meeting will also include, are they going to discuss cemetery and the 6.2 million too, as a do? Is that part of the meeting?
So during the time when President Boyka served as vice president, the then Auditor General said the government was 3 times corrupt. President Boyka should not be in any position to be talking about corruption. During the time he also served as vice president, 66 Bukos concession from the national legislature was also termed as Bukos. So I'm sure he is not in any position whatsoever to talk about anything to do. This is just a fallacy. So President Weah remains the most admired person. He is the leader of the biggest opposition political party. He is a person who does not just use his voice, talk, carries action, and that's why he's assembling his people to ensure that they discuss what is important to Liberia and not, just come and talk, you think that's how the country is run. No, it's not going to be that way. I'm not sure who gave you your stuff you got and you keep putting it on me. That's up to you. But the truth is that it will be a serious discussion, having a serious thought on a serious issue. And of course, if what is being discussed is important to everyone, I would think the interest should be on the real issues and not what President Weah call his people, he call his people. He is the political leader of the biggest opposition party. You like it, you don't like it, you hate it. That is the reality. And so he is doing just what he should be doing to ensure he's having a side to take in our national conversation. And I will say thank you to him for taking a bold step. This is not, you can't be just talk. The last time you were saying why he was practicing on the football field and not having something to do with our discussion in the country. Now he is doing it now. You are asking if he should, if he shouldn't. No, he will not do. Only Dwalu will talk about corruption in Liberia because the only person that is so qualified to talk about that at Dwalu. So Dwalu, we won't talk about corruption, yeah? But yeah, a serious meeting is going to be happening under the leadership of ex-President Weah, and of course, we'll be having a SAT into the national debate.
This is very sad. This is very sad. This is very sad. Folks, I got a lot of, if you guys were on the entire chat room, all the senators are watching. Let me put another three up because today's a beautiful Saturday. As you can see, our beautiful sister is traveling with her husband. So let's have some fun tonight, folks. This is some Liberia we are talking about.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So the former President Weah, it was on his watch that money mop-up services money was taken. Okay, the former President Weah also increased our budget, causing us to have some kind of economic crisis. He did not take action for the 66 Booker's contract that you said, that you mentioned, I said, he should have done that. He should have taken the United Party to court. He didn't do that. So now, we see that there's arguments going on to have investigations when money are missing. That is a good step. We'll wait and see where this $22 million investigation take us. Okay, and we hope, and we are asking that those people be held accountable. During the days of President Weah, I don't know if we could talk like this, if we had conversations like this. In fact, these things didn't come up, if I recall correctly. If it came up, we heard a story about the auditors. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much. You're right, though. I don't think this, Joe. We are coming into this thing here to discuss what, Mr. Jordan. I'm kind of surprised to tell his caucus and say you're gonna put the money back or you're fighting. Mike already get a press statement. Mike say he bagged out of the country. He will be coming back on Monday. On Tuesday, he will get a press statement. Most of them travel. They will be coming back. Youngly, she will be coming back. I don't know where Snow is. Maybe Snow is in Nigeria or somewhere. I don't know. But let me put this thing up. Let me put this one very quick. Look at this one. I like this one. Let me put this one up. I realize the notion that the Senate is a family is flawed. It is more self-serving and partisan. This is right now we're talking. The guy that said texting. Let's not be deceived. We are divided and must play the game and stop the pretense. I'm not going to call you the senator that name that doing this too much of writing. I'm just going to read what is in the chat room. And I double dare them. This is from the chat room. Even if we created another chat room, it will get compromised. They know that because I told them not to. They listen to me. If you do another chat room and move 30 people, Fadika, you will be moving me. If you do another chat room and move 3 women, 27 men, you are moving me. I don't want to be bothered. Don't move me. Leave me where I am. So please do not do another chat room. Just minute after this exchange, we see it out there again. You see? Nando. After the jet where they said they seen it out there, I realized the notion. So guys, come on, guys. Let me see you for a bit. I'm going to go in the House of Representatives chat room. I'm going to tell you what they are discussing in the chat room too. It's getting serious, folks. Let the Liberian people tell what they had it.
They are looking for your name in our room, man. They're looking for your name in our room.
They need a spoon. They got a name. That Spoon Talk in the chat room.
And Stanton, also were wondering what President Weah was doing. He was making music while he was president, my brother Ozzy, just in case you were wondering. He was making music and not addressing the people's business. He was more concerned to go into Ghana every 2 weeks. God knows why he was going there. So that what President Weah doing, making music. And he should be in the studio. This is the best time to make a lot of music.
And you know what? They're not talking about the president. I mean, you better wait, Fadiga. Maybe you would like to have a minute or two on this one. Maybe 30 seconds, Fadiga. You were off. The president said you're having an emergency meeting on the shifting of the 20 million others. August 14, an emergency meeting. He's calling on the caucus of the legislature. He's calling on Fonati Kofa. He's calling on everybody that they must discuss the issue of the 20. Does that make sense to you, Fadiga? What Joe we're going to tell them? Where my own?
Is it George, former President George Weah? Is he the one having a...
No. The man is former President Dato George Bagubwe Fokeklan Mane Weah. That's the man name.
Well, he's a day short, a year late. The president has nothing. Yeah, I think he can find better thing to do with time. I think the former president needs to find some external job, do some UN peacekeeping, find something meaningful to do with time.
Go read a book. Hey, go read a book.
Go read a book. Get involved with some charity. Stay away from this thing. But Stanton, I was able to do some deeper digging into this issue and
because the same person that called me, the person that call you. So don't say you do deeper digging. Just move for them.
Who call you?
They check on the man. They said you say, oh, they talk to the man, right? Let me expose this guy. You know, guy, he went through the internet, he went through encyclopedia, he went through everything kind of great. He can say, I was able to do a deeper digging. The same person that called me, the same person that spoke to me, the person that just called you. So,
well, I don't know who spoke to you. I don't know who spoke to you. So don't even try to put words in my mouth. The thing here is
you late, but let's move over.
20 million is a huge amount. I wish we had the time to go through other perspective I have on that money. I still, like I said earlier, that if there's any investigation, we should wait for the investigation. But I was kind of concerning to me for people to just move 20 million and that ship it in the budget. But I finally got an understanding of what that amount is and why it was there. I don't think anything major happened or anything happened at all.
I want
us to wait for the investigation because Center will start to distract me.
I just saw y'all that they called him, man. The man.
Nobody called me. It's a fact. It's fact. Like I said, I'm going to vote for it. The former president has nothing to talk. I think the former president will be disgraced on this issue. It's very disheartening that he will put himself in the forefront of this thing, because you want to be very careful, especially playing politics. When people find out that you are lying and you are getting these into the mud so early and getting involved in some of the pettiness, your popularity will dwindle. So I think he should stay away. Let the party zealous like Acid Do and Uncle Sam, who is a serial partisan with all the Barrett. Let them do the talking, you know. So, but I have a new perspective on this whole issue. The investigation will show that there was no 20 million actually shifted. What that money is, I know Stato will not give me the chance because we don't have time. I hope tomorrow we'll get into there and we'll go explain on it. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. For former president, we are still out of it. It's your duty. You want to continue making, clowning and making a spectacle of yourself, that's fine. But I personally, in the world of politics, I would caution you.
Is this the way President we are saying that he coming back, Fadiga?
He can't come back. No, he will not come back.
No. Let me serious.
In fact,
Is this the way that the former president think that he can come back and help Liberia again?
The man was Bobo. He was playing music, Mama Rita. Have you listened? You need to play Mama Rita. He played Mama. He did Mama Rita. He did Mr. Liar Man. He did the man. Even the comedian all were getting mad at him.
Acid Do is not saying anything to strengthen the president coming back statement. I'm going to meet my caucus. I'm going to meet Nathaniel McGill. I'm going to meet Fonati Kofa. That's the same cycle of Jamaican result.
The thing is, McGill fell cut short of whatever money that was added on the budget. But it's not nothing.
I beg you guys, we got to move to the last topic for tonight. We got 8 more minutes.
Let's move on.
This is an embarrassment. I will say this. And I do believe everybody names, the name going down in the record book, the Fonati Kofa, the Yombli Kanga Lawrence, the Nathaniel McGill, the George Manawia, Darius DeLong, Amara Conan, Prince Moyi. You can name them. You can name them. The Liberian people must know of them. They must understand that where we are today as a nation, that folks have destroyed the country. And I don't think anybody should think about George Manawia coming back. Because there's no room. There's no space. And I don't think, like Jeremy Pierre said, Joseph Berger is not running again. It's a new page, folks. It's a new page. People will flip. You take $10,000, you give it to your church, your part church in Buchanan. You take $150,000 to go in Buchanan. You bring your own company for the Buchanan port and say, I'm going to decentralize the port. That Yombly. There goes the loan. All the accusation, Fonati Kofa, is on you. It's right there. You're not talking. You cannot order the Senate. You cannot order the House of Representatives. You're scared. And people must know this. I'm tired of bringing that text message up. I'm going to leave them alone now. Just tired because they're talking nonsense now in that chat room. If they play, I would take myself from that chat room because it's not interesting anymore. I'm going to take myself from there, folks. My fellow Liberians, let's go to the phone line quick. Is Damo stay there? Should I take myself from the chat room? I should be in the chat room because I feel within myself that it's not interesting anymore.
What in the hell? What in the hell? What in the hell?
They're hiding a criminal behavior. They're hiding a criminal behavior. If you want me in the chat room, you got to comment and say yes. If not, if I should leave, say yes, I should leave. I will listen to you on this one.
Still, you just said something that I heard a lot of people.
Yeah.
You said President Weah is not coming back. Seditions has sang. So there's a song used to be in Liberia. It's when something that you pin your hope on singing, saying, let me tell you something. That nonsense of people, That mistake, that hell of a mistake they made, President, we don't even have the chance to come back. How many of you won't run? I said, though, you must say that will over our job. You be minister again, it will not happen. President, we have to go make music, go to karate school, dance, buka, everybody will lean. Hey, President, we are read that book. He said, I will sit down right here and I will read the whole book that I bring people.
Let me put this up, Wadu. Let's close on this one. Look at this thing real quick, right? I want you to zoom in. I said we'll come to you. I want you to zoom in. This is from J. Mervyn Cole, District Number 3, Bon County. Do you have it? I sent it in the chat room, though.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Eduardo, can you read it if you can? It's in the chat room, Eduardo. If you cannot see it clearly, it's in the chat room. Just zoom in on it. The Liberian people will know what happened. This is in the chat room.
Hear you, Dwalu, can't hear you.
Okay, stand up.
Yeah.
I think I got it now. Zooming it out.
Thank you.
So it says Mr. Ikina Inekwe, Managing Director, Guarantee Trust Bank Limited, 13th Street, Tubman Boulevard, Monrovia, Liberia. Director Inekwe, with compliments and by directive of the House's Committee on Rules, Order and Administration, and in consultation with the leadership of the Honorable House of Representatives, you are hereby informed by this instrument not to process any payment representing the Central Administration employees for July 2024 until further notice. Hereforth, an action less than this will be considered as a gross disrespect to the August body. Please accept the renewed assurance of my compliment as I remain in this premise. It's signed by J. Melvin Cole, Representative District Number 3, Bon County, Rule and Order.
There you go. So they stopped the payment for July because of the exchange between those exchanges. Actually, it helped Josiah Joker and he forced J. Melvin Cole to write and said, "Don't." But not yes, the cash, guys. They were bypassing Josiah Joker to go take the money.
Of course.
Don't let the letter fool you now. Don't let the letter fool you. They were bypassing Josiah Joker to take the money, but it was stopped by the bank and the finance ministry. So therefore, they were forced to write a letter. And Melvin Cole came here. I couldn't stay on the show with him, but he talked your own. And they had to stop. Some people for July have not gotten the pay. They are still doing the hair counts. We must face our country, Liberia. We must. It's a must that we do. Make no mistake about this one. It is important for us to fix Liberia. So my fellow Liberians, let's give our closing with 30 minutes to go. So it's a beautiful show. We have to leave it where we are, 11 p.m., and we have to move to other matters. I want to say to every one of you, please understand, when we speak of what we do know and prophesy of what we do know. Some people here, they are prophet. Okay? I don't know about the women and the sister that I on the show that can get verse every day. So you were speaking, Asido.
No, I just wanted to say to my brother Dwalu, I don't know without George Weah what you have really been talking about on the show. My brother, George Weah is one of the most successful Liberians. I'm sorry to say you are a very good man, talented, educated, successful, but Dwalu, you're not in a box with him yet. If you put George Weah and President Barker in the same box, no, they're not there. President Barker is older than President Weah in age, and that's it. Any other thing, they're not there. You know, I can feel the hurt when you're talking about George Weah. I can feel the hurt. Campaign finished. You did propaganda during a campaign. You did 6 years of relentless propaganda. It only gave you 17,000 votes over President Weah. The man cannot even be thinking about you. Like, you made the man to be living rent-free on you. Put yourself on top, bro. George Weah is one of the most successful Liberians. That I pray to God that you pass him sometime in the future. But as of now, not there yet. Yes, my brother, you can play politics. He wants to be president. He's in the public eye. So, but the way you can passionately, with that strength, with everything you got on you. George Weah having me, let me tell you, George Weah is the political leader of Liberia's biggest opposition party.
You're not coming back.
That's it. That's it.
Duadu
That's
will
it.
never be the chairman where he get a house. George Weah controls plenty of people, including lawmakers, citizens, and land.
But you're not coming back.
So yes, it is a good thing. We all should appreciate.
I got one question. Yeah.
You can
ask one question. Yeah. One question. As it, I'm thinking
you. Ask me three. Okay,
ask me three. How can Joey didn't pin a horse before he became president? How can you couldn't pin a horse?
The very same reason why President Baka could not even have a good thing to eat until he became president. So let's go to the real issue. So you see, like I always told you, you can't put the people in the same basket, brother. Not at all. I feel sorry for you. Actually, for me, I can be laughing, but I feel that thing in you, like that hate. You
the best for the country.
You so much country. If you want to know who spoiled Liberia, go to.
We gotta go, Ashley. We're closing our show. We gotta go, my brother.
Oh, so we closing now?
No, I won't give you the term before we start closing, but you're still talking.
Yeah,
you want to close?
I don't need to spice my brother off small. My brother, take bath of cold water and take George. We have been off you. Like George,
you're not coming back. You're not coming back. You're not coming back.
Good, but take it off you right now. Even President, all the little thing you wanted from President Baka, he gave it to different people because they pay him money for it. But you're not even concerned about that. If you want to know who destroyed Liberia, go to those who've been there for 50 years, brother. 50 years.
The Matano close now. The Matano close.
No, we closing now. Oh, we closing now. Stand up.
Yeah, well, you can't talk to now, my man. Matano close. Listen,
I don't know if we close. I can just close.
Yeah, but let me talk my own. You will come back there.
Stand on. Let me just close. Then you can come. Let me close.
I see.
Yeah, let me just close now. Who closing?
Okay, close,
I was just lecture, right? You can have 200 hours to talk whatever you want to talk.
I just want money.
So I wanted to close on this. The last time we were on the show, I made a closing about what is happening with the Unity Party partisans and the real life issues, not the propaganda. After that show, I forget the gentleman's name. My phone went up. I wanted to go to his message. One of the UP followers, defenders, messaged me and said, "Oh, Chief, thank you for what you say. Although I don't agree with you what you can say, but you already spoke for us." And then I tried to reach out to one of our leaders. He told me, "My piggy, it stays soon, job way small, so let's see." So then I begin to wonder. You are an everyday partisan. You stood in the sun, in the rain. In August, your leader is telling you it is still soon. That leader has been taking heavy salary, riding big cars, building houses. And you know what? They are again telling you that September 17 will be some kind of a rescue day, and they want you to come again. It is not still soon for them to call you to get on the street again, but it is still soon for he to help you, even get a little job. We to think about the rescues. I said the last time, I'm a seditious. One thing people know me, I'm a dedicated and loyal person. When I decide to get on something, I'm with it. When I decide to move, I move. I remain seditious. But I want you to always think about yourself. For the past 7 months, what have you benefited as a person that stood on lines for this government? 7 months later, they are asking you to come on the street again. Like they always say, politicians will always care for the people when they need something for the people. You have given them something. What have they given you for 7 months? No, they're asking you to come back January, September.
What have Joe Weah given you for 6 years?
You are
cool now, my man. You're talking too long now. You know you can talk long.
They are asking you to come back after 7 months. But you reach out to your leader for a little job. He says, it is too soon. Wait. Don't come here. Keep suffering. It is too soon for you to eat now. It is too soon for you to get job now. It is too soon for you to pay your rent now. But it is not too soon for you to come on the line to make sure you can dance again. Rescue, my Liberian people, especially rescue. Think about this.
I'll say the matter. You're going too
We
long.
politicians.
Listen.
Listen. What have you got?
Let you finish. He almost done. He almost done, Mr. Dwyer.
The last 7 months. Do not allow politicians always use you because they feel they are smarter, because they feel they can use you for their pockets. You should be there to improve your own lives.
Thank you.
For all you want, Dadu, for the people here. And I said bye to you guys.
My feeling with you, CDC, they will disown you. I hope you to stick around here this. You said me and Joe, we are not in the same book. You are absolutely 100% right. George, we are kicked around the football, and he did a great thing at football. But let's look outside of football, what is considered real life. If a man is willing to lie on his own son in order to steal, no, we're not in the same book. He has no morals. Joe, we lie and say his son built this massive mansion on 9th Street, but he used that lie to steal from the Liberian people. George, we are this criminal, have babies all over the place and refuse to pay child support and say he could not afford $200. Samuel Jackson, your daughter, represented the lady. Yes, a man that's not even willing to own up to what he has done. No, we're not in the same book. President, we have all that money. You were here in Staten Island, got arrested with drugs, hanging out with drug dealers. No, we're not in the same book. President, we had a mansion in Liberia, as he so claimed. He could not even take care of that mansion. His wife even refused to go to Liberia. We're not in the same book. Obviously, we're not in the same book. Look, anybody can get elected in Liberia. If Liberia was a responsible country, would I have this man that was dancing buka 24/7 while children were dying? And you talking about we're not in the same book. Do you think being elected to a public office put you in some kind of special book in a third world country where we have no standard? You have to get beside yourself. It's not about being in the same book. When you are given an opportunity to change the lives of your people, you don't just steal from them the way President Weah did. Just stole and did nothing for the country, but set the country back decades. That's what pisses me off about President Weah, because he had an opportunity to change the country. A lot of people had hope in him. All he did was sleep around with little girls, destroy the moral fabric of this country, dancing buka, and think that everything was shameful in the country. The country was going behind. And you see this shit, I'm loyal. No matter what, I'm loyal. Only a fool stay loyal to lunacy. I said, where are you? I need you to come back over here. Because you guys, you believe George Weah is a god. You go to the shrine to pray to George Weah. I understand you deify the man. But this man was my president. And this president destroyed this country. I hate him because he destroyed my country. You worship him because he allowed you to steal. This is the difference between you and I. This country is doomed because it likes a president.
You say you hate George Weah?
Yeah, because he destroyed this country. He destroyed
this country. Him?
Yes. A man allowed people to die. Auditors died. That man did nothing. He allowed people to just steal, do whatever they wanted in the country. Audited nobody. They didn't audit the government. He did nothing. He allowed. Do you know the man increased our debt by over $1 billion? Who's going to pay for that money? You must say got to pay for that money.
Yeah, but you can have difference in policy with him now. I said no. I said everybody got to speak. I said I got to black you on the wall. Mr. Duado. We can disagree on the policy. We can disagree on everything.
Yeah.
But I want to take you back. Dr. Richardson, can we take you off because you're walking? We don't want to. But for you to say I hate him.
Let me quantify it. Listen, you asked me that question. Do you know President Weah's decision intentionally kill kids in Riverside County?
The same thing I said.
I said, let the man talk about it. Wait back. I said, stop interrupting. I beg you back. Yeah. I'm asking Mr. Dwight. Go ahead, Chief.
President Weah lied and said he roofed building in Clarendon using the Liberian money, say, well, his own personal money. President Weah lied on his own son. His son has to go on social media and say, if you do not take my name off your lies to steal from the Liberian people, I will expose you. This is a man we made president in the country. His decision killed a lot of people. And if this is not called for hate, this kind of man should never become an elected official in our country. Anybody who behaves like President Weah did. All his intention was only one thing. All his money he made, he lose all his money. Everything went to nothing. He was trying to reclaim that money. He did not come to serve the people. His decision killed people. That's my issue with him.
Wow.
Can I close?
Wow. I beg that the Richardson West Small, let Uncle Sam go. Please, we beg you. Uncle Sam go.
So the boy, my friend Dwalu, I love and cherish you. Dr. Richardson, Remy Gray, Stanton, Opa Witherspoon. You live in a country where a president grabbed the private parts of women and he boasted about it. And when he elected president, like people, y'all listen to me, oh. My friend Dwalo said, Joey, I can't come back to power because he was dancing buka because he did this. But in the United States, the greatest democracy on the planet of the earth, Donald John Trump said he grabbed the private parts of women. He said that on national television. He was voted president of the United States. Donald J. Trump was taken to court for paying a porn star. You know what they call porn star, my Liberian people? A porn star, a woman who don't have sex in a movie for money business. He paid her money. And he may be elected president again. Not in 2020 now, but in 2024. Donald J. Trump, who said he want to make America great again. He called people woke because they talk about equality and all of that. And Dwalo, as a black man in America, knows that Donald Trump is anti-black. But Joria, who didn't do none of those things, who may have his personal foibles as any normal human being, okay? Joria is more of a womanizer than Donald Trump. Joria, Donald Trump, who took his daughter, the husband, Jared Kushner, into the White House for nepotism. That the man that come in the car elect again. Then you talk about Joria, the boy from Gibraltar, who they both love in this country. And because of the mistakes that Omer Joseph Baga making, Joria can come back. If Donald Trump can come back in a country where you serve, my friend, Mr. Dwalu, the country that you love, and Opa Witherspoon, you there in that country there, and Dr. Richardson, and y'all will be subjected to Donald J. Trump. So you're gonna tell that when people say when I bring Joey out of power again, come on, you stop the kind of thing, man. Look, let me talk to me much more sensible. My friend, my fellow Liberians, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very tough economy. Businesses are not making money. See the people in the street looking for public transportation every day. 7 months, you even put any kind of bus on the street. Those other 300 used buses, yellow buses from Ghana, for the fancy people that you paraded to the mansion, they are gone back. You say you bring in 285 machines, but you only got 5 machines to BDC. You know what they call inventory carrying cost? The machine just sitting there doing nothing. Nobody knows. Every time JB asked Mama Ka for the paper for the machine, she can't show it. We don't know, but they said we'll pay for the machine. We don't know where the machine coming from. And then the president wrote a letter with my people, Liberian people. He said, an unnamed friend. An unnamed friend? Somebody, the friend is a drug dealer. Somebody is a terrorist. How do we know? So you stop the kind of joke there, man. Look, we need to fix this country. Everything that the rescue team said when they were campaigning, they overpromise, they are under-delivering. And that is the reason why, if you were to conduct a popularity contest today in the Republic of Liberia, I dare any one of y'all to go and conduct a popularity contest today between CDC and Unity Party. If CDC doesn't come up, you must change my name from Samuel Jassy to whatever name you want to call me. So, my boy, you hear me, yo? If Donald Trump, the woman who grabbed the woman named Nunu, and he talked about, hey, can come back to power, then the Liberian people, but that's what he did. Then Joey, who didn't grab no woman private parts, can't come back to power, just stop the kind of thing, man. On that note, that close.
Wow. Colonel Gray, before we go to Fatiga, I'm so taken back that my brother Eduardo used the word hate. And he was very firm in using the word hate.
He killed
This is
Liberian
personal.
citizens. He killed Liberian citizens.
This is real.
This
Wow.
man killed Liberian
I mean,
citizens.
listen. I'm not mad at you though. We're having conversation here.
No,
Colonel Gray, let's hear
he
you.
also said, President, we can sleep with small children. He said it on the show, just to put it there.
But add it up.
All right. So guys, let's go now. Let's go, Colonel Gray. Colonel Gray.
We
Colonel Gray.
respond to President Barker and you're getting feelings.
Colonel Gray, please. Oh, Dr. Richardson, you coming back? You are hugging somebody. I didn't know you were coming back, Dr. Richardson.
Oh, it's okay.
You finished hugging?
Yes.
Go ahead. I'll close before Colonel Gray. I know you got to go.
Colonel Gray, sorry, I'll just be quick, okay?
That's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I know that Fatima is going to come back. Sometimes it's very difficult trying to navigate this show with all you men on the show. So I have done the same thing, taking a break, and of course, come back. But when I hear someone like Uncle Sam comparing the United States and Liberia, it troubles me. It troubles me. One of the things that you note that I don't do, I think one of the hallmark of, going to school and being a learned person is you know how to compare your apples and oranges. In no way can I sit on this show and ever, compare the judicial process that Donald Trump has to go through, for doing what he did to someone who ran for president in Liberia, okay? And I share the same sentiment that Dwaus shared. This man came to change lives of people in Nukutan. This man did not grow up like Donald Trump with a silver spoon in his mouth. He grew up as a poor boy from Nukutan. He came to help the Irish and below Liberians. But what did he do when he got into power? The first thing he did was he started building property homes. We heard about the 16 million, I'm sorry, wrap-up service. We heard about, putting the first lady in the budget. These were things that were unconstitutional that he did. Okay, I'm not saying that he shouldn't come back to power, but I'm saying that he's not in the right position to be talking about the budget because he had the opportunity to take the Unity Party to court for the bogus contract, as you said. You always say, Uncle Sam. He did not. He failed the Liberian people on multiple levels. He came. He said he was going to change the lives of the Liberian people. He criticized the very Unity Party, and what did he do when he came into power? Nothing. So yes, today the Unity Party is in power. We are hearing investigation. At least that is the first step. I'm not giving them a pass to say everything they should go free. If they held liable, they did something wrong. We have established that. They're saying that chat room are arguing. They did something wrong. For those who feel like they didn't do anything wrong or the investigation should go on, they did something wrong. Anytime a group of people who are representing the country, like the legislature, they have representative power, okay? They sat together, made an arrangement saying that we're going to allow this and money to housing, we're going to allow this and money to the university or to school, and some people change that unknowingly to the rest of the body, and that is criminal, unconstitutional in my thought process here. So yes, George Weah had his opportunity, Uncle Sam. I will not compare him to Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump is paying the price for his behavior. Okay, we don't know if he's going to come back to power. He was not elected, like people say, by the popular vote. He was elected by the electoral college in this country, and we have yet to see how that all going to pan out with he and the current vice president. So I will not say that he's winning or anything. He never won. He's actually in court. So to close, let the investigation go on. Let the investigation go on. And if those people are held liable, they should pay the price because it is almost amounting to pay for play. And yes, I believe Fatima will come back. I said to her, I beg you, you're not doing the same thing to me. You not thought, I left the show and came back. So Fatima will come back. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. And thank you for your patience. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Have fun wherever you are. Have fun. Again, Fatima will be fine.
Yes,
when talking about Fatima, yes, she will be fine. Okay. Listen, guys. Colonel Gray, we're going to come to you to close. Colonel Gray, Maybe I'm wrong though. And again, this is what makes spoon, right? The issue is that quoting. Anyway, you do your closing. I'm not going to leave you on Conagray. Because Dwalu, man, Dwalu used the capital HATE, all capital letter, big one, 4 letters. Conagray, I'm troubled.
You know that if human beings have 6 sense or senses, sense of appreciation would be the sixth. The ability to love or hate is individual. So if you can't judge somebody for hating something. You understand? That's their choice. It's a matter of personal choice. You understand? But let go forward and say, if we're all looking for partisan family members, friends, who have not benefited directly from a government, a sitting government, certain government would have absolutely no morals to even talk about that. Look, I can tell Unity Party Pakistan that 5 of the 7 months this government have been in power, they've been struggling over budget. Finally, they have a budget that passed. So now we're seeing people groundbreaking for a new landfill area. That's job. We see government groundbreaking for a new, storage or refinery site. That's job. That tells you that this government, is here to provide job for everybody, not only partisan. So for someone to try to go in the heads of partisan and say, you have not benefited, ask Karika, Sylvester Karika, whether he benefited. These were bodies that helped George Weah when he was nothing. They helped him. Ask George Weah brother that's in North Dakota. I see him there every day. Ask him whether he even voted in Liberia. Ask him whether he benefited. Ask George Weah's sister. Ask so many folks that were closer to George Weah. Only a handful of individuals, you understand, he installed around him. If any, I miss Pagoy. Is that his name? Lami Pagoy for coining the word pedestrian argument. That's one thing I took away from him. You understand? Maybe we all will find a way to coin phrases so that people can enjoy. Can remember us for our extemporaneous way of speaking. But to say the fact that we're going to compare apples and oranges, I don't see any reason for us to even go that route. But this government is what we should be focused on. This government has come to power. Again, practices that were normal 6 years ago, they are bringing that up now, or they're bringing them up. And why are you getting angry with this government for holding its own babies accountable? Look, Yumlin would have had a free ride if they were serving under Judge Weah. Go ask Buffer Chamber. Nobody asking questions. That guy used to take money and put it on the table to campaign. X amount of millions of Liberian dollars just to campaign. Can you do that now, this day and age? So people who did not correct the wrongs yesterday are trying to become world's policemen today. It's false equivalency. I can guarantee you that President Boakai is doing his best. He may not be talking. So they're almost losing the argument. Anyway you put it, they're losing, because whether it comes to the issue of giving a bank, bailing out a bank, or the legislature trying to infuse money into their budget, all of those things were normal, Stanton. Today, no. And you can bring it up. Nobody's going to disappear. Yesterday, if you try, people in the financial sector will disappear. If you try, commissioners will go missing. We know that. But today, bring it up. Nobody's gonna get missing, because we are on the pathway to straighten up this country. I like the idea that these things are coming out, and let's continue this pathway. It's good.
Again, Conagray, thank you. Once we are not personal, once we discuss on the issue, this is an open platform, and that's why I love to fight. That Uncle Sam is here, Asido, Mr. Duado, Fadiga, you, and I, the rest of the team, Dr. Richardson, and everyone that's come and contribute. Mame, everyone, because it's important for us to talk on this issue. So I really do. Fadika, will you hate, or you think that is in too deep? I'm not picking on Dualu because we have said our own, but Dualu passionately said this, and he looked in the camera and he said it, and he listed so many reasons why he think he must use the hate word.
The word hate, I don't think it's anything, not his feelings. I think he's entitled to his feeling. I could use the same too. At some point, I had similar feeling towards the former president, not because of just the fact that even some of us that didn't support him during the 2017 election, there was no doubt in us that believed that he would have made a difference. But to just prove us right, that everything we said over the years will just come and just prove us right, and went beyond what we predicted. It was just disturbing. And to see a man that abused the law of the people. I don't even have any politician in this country that I can compare to President Weah. From his upbringing to his ascendancy to the president, his story is unique. And to come there and exploit the very people that brought you there with zero remorse, and then come back and say, put me there again, still want to inflict more pain, that can cause hate, not hate that you want to do something to him, but hate the fact that everything that Dualu said, but I don't want to spend most of my time on that because I have a lot of other things to do. I say always run in the back, but I just want you to say, mind your own darn business. The Unity Party business, how partisans view is none of your business. You got no moral to tell Unity Party how to treat their people. 6-7 months in office is still better than your 6 years in the CDC will ever perform in Liberia. Barely 6 months, we can see responsible governance again. We can see the wheel of governance moving. For the last 6 months, all we hear was noise and barrel toting, people shouting all around the country. Every day, Sycamore Tree, the country was very noisy and very immature and childish. Grown men were placed on the tree wearing beret. I'm surprised Uncle said not wearing a beret. That's how the country was divided. Oh, you're talking that back on, be back on, and this and that. Let me tell you something. A lot of reputable came to help the CDC. A lot of people came to Liberia. You thought you were doing it today. You thought you were the only man that was boss in the town. That's what happened. And at the end of the day, you are where you are because you abuse the people. When people give you power, you must respect it. But CDC took the definition of exploitation to a different level. Every way possible. That look what people they got do our money like it was nothing. And few of them. How many sedition actually benefited from your government? How many added value to their life? You know the difference between the United Party and the CDC? When Ellen came to power, she grabbed those same children from the slum, she sent them outside, gave them Ivy League education, first world education, improved, developed their human capacity, and even when they left from power 6 years, a lot of them were able to wiggle away in the private sector. How many of the young men from the CDC will be able to find a job in the private sector? Do you know what you have done to the lives of those young men and women? I gave me a better 6 months. How many young children are all in the street prostituting? Introduce them to a lifestyle that will cut short because of your failure. Why are they going to go to school? Introduce them to a lifestyle. Destroy their youth. You don't know how to talk here. This country is rotting because you brought a culture that not only exploited our
You said CDC introduced the young men into a different lifestyle?
Men and women.
Oh, okay.
Introduced
Well, what's
them
that left
to-
side though?
This is an open secret, Stanton. It's open
It's
secret.
an open secret.
No, listen. Can you help me understand?
Well, girls and children as young as 16, they were not even going for the groom girls.
No, guys. I know we do our closing.
Let's talk here. I want
Yeah,
Asir
can you help me,
Okaya be talking to
Fadiga?
nobody knows because
Fadiga.
nobody will talk.
I got two things you said and I wrote it down. I want to understand,
That's all
right?
you can
One,
tap it. Oh, it was still that change. Tap it.
but guys, though, so you don't want to give me a chance to ask questions just to
Ask your
help
question.
me? One, you said that CDC didn't say anybody abroad to attend and advance themselves. You said
Most
that
of the
too.
young men, they brought them in government. The
But hold
same
on now.
way shouting young men.
But can I
left
finish my
around.
question for the guy?
Yeah.
So CDC didn't say anybody abroad to go to school.
I didn't say anybody at all.
I think it's absolute.
Okay.
You said that. You said that.
You know what said anybody, Uncle Sam?
I
You
didn't
said
say
it. You
anybody.
said anybody to
in that
school.
government compared to
You
LA
said it. You
government.
said any nation go to school.
Yeah.
CDC didn't
In
send anybody to
mass.
school.
Most of the people in the party that they said that the children were around there. You want me to call me?
So my second question to you. You said CDC introduced a new lifestyle to the young men and women of Liberia, right?
Yeah, very young.
Is that what you're saying, right? That
What do you-
CDC
what are you
introduced them to
saying?
that lifestyle.
Clarify yourself.
I want to give you a chance to clarify.
When you were talking about
Clarify
grabbing
yourself.
Nunu, nobody asked you for clarification.
You were talking about grabbing Nunu, Donald Trump.
Yeah, but grabbing Nunu was quick. Donald Trump said he did it.
Donald Trump grabbed Nunu, so John we will come out
He said it. Donald Trump admitted that he grabbed Nunu.
Yeah, but nobody asked you to
Yeah,
clarify.
we're not talking about Donald Trump's grabbing Nunu now. I'm asking you my question because you closing, you got it, Flo Fatiga.
No, I'm
not
saying
talking about anything
it.
about
I'm
Donald
saying
Trump.
it. I'm
But
talking
what
about
I asked only two questions that I need clarity, brother. I
Okay,
bet you
ask
still
the
got it,
question.
Flo. One, you said CDC didn't send anybody out to go advance themselves.
As compared
What
to
did
the
you say?
Senate administration, most of the young men that were buried, Tony and
You
Muya
brought drugs
shouting,
and give it to
never
But
our
I'm
went.
not asking you, Mr.
Introduced
Dwadu, not
push.
you. Let him answer for himself.
But that's what I'm saying now. They
Yeah,
introduced
brother.
push and a lifestyle to the children. A lot of the children were introduced to sex at an early age.
So,
I've asked
no,
them.
don't go to the left side yet. Let's stick on whether Joey has sent people out to advance themselves.
A lot of them
Did-
did not go up to
A lot of them. Okay.
A lot of
So
them.
Joey, then my second point is that Joey government introduced people to a different funding lifestyle. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
How so? Can you
What do
explain?
you mean by
please?
that?
What
I
do
saw
you
a
mean,
lot
sir?
of young girls. It's an open secret in Liberia that a lot of young children at the age early as 14 to 16, 18 were introduced to sex and groom folks
You
lifestyle.
have evidence of that?
Uncle Sam,
I have
wait.
evidence.
Uncle Sam.
What
Uncle
kind of
Sam, wait.
evidence? You want me to do
I'm breaking
an
Uncle
action?
Sam. Go ahead. So Fatiga.
A lot of these
Fatiga, you
children
are
are in the streets. Some of
Fatiga.
them are introduced to drugs, kush.
Okay,
You don't know
Fatiga.
that?
Fatiga. You said they introduced them to different lifestyle. Let's try to outline. Now you are talking about drugs. You are talking about street life. You talk about their sexuality too.
Yeah.
What about the young men?
Same.
Same thing that Joey.
Butcher or in trouble.
That Joey.
I don't know about George. We have.
No, but are you saying that now? Can you clarify this thing?
I said
If you
they
say
have
Joey
been
introduced them to
one
different,
person.
if you
Don't
say
go
Joey
worse in your
government,
mouth,
no. You said
Don't
Joey
go worse in
government
your mouth.
introduced them to different lifestyle, right, Uncle Sam? That's what you said. I want to give you a chance to clarify.
The
to break
government
things
is not
down.
the same as the president. I don't have evidence. I know the president liked young girls. He loved women. It's not secret. You know, he's
Okay.
a flamboyant playboy. He was a flamboyant playboy. He still is. But that doesn't mean anything. Most Liberian men love women.
No one in their
All right, so let me do my closing. Fatiga, please finish. Fatiga, when you finish,
No, I'm
I'll
not
do
in
my
no feelings. I'm just taking the fact. Don't go worse in my mouth.
Fatiga, finish. Let me do my closing,
Yeah,
my brother.
I said the last time I checked, you're done talking. You keep on sleeping. Come back. Don't
Yeah.
go
No,
worse in my
I'm
mouth.
not- I'm
These
not
are all
saying
facts.
nobody complaining.
What I'm saying, look, what I'm saying in short, the country is
Are you
quiet.
complaining about
Even
your
though things are not 100% as we want it to be, I'll be first to admit it. But I would say this: the people are happy with less noise, less blue. I don't know why I wore blue today, but now I see color blues anyway. less proliferation of blue around town, less beret toting, less muyan shouting, less militancy. The people are tired with it. And now they want to move on, and they keep bringing up these stories. And I wish we wouldn't have to discuss other more pressing national issues. But for us to come here and say, or don't go out in the street and dance and something, barely sell money in office when you have 6 years, and all you do is zombify the
They are
children.
telling the children that it is soon for them
to. But I said, don't interrupt me. I beg you back. That's close. I said that close. I beg you, Chief.
To push and deviant sexual behavior, and now we have a bunch of children that are prostituting all over the city. That this new administration now have to find a way to get them out and put them back into, make them whole again. It's disturbing.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me do my closing. I said already close. Let me do my closing. I want to say thanks to all of you that follow us. I want to say thanks to all the men, the women, the young men, the young women. I want to say this very, very clearly. My argument here on the show every day that we can discuss the issue. We can discuss political party. We can discuss political leaders. We can discuss the back and forth and everything that will make our country better. There will be no way we come and attack each other. We can do it in the chat room and leave it in the chat room. We will come here every evening, every afternoon to talk about Liberia. I will talk about Asido political leader, George Manawea. Asido will talk about Jose Yema Bwaka. They are all politicians. We leave our education in the back. We leave our pronunciation in the back. The food we ate, whatsoever. We can joke. But we remain on the topic and remain on the issue. We are all divided when it comes to the politics in Liberia. Uncle Sam support George Manawea. That's his right. Asido support George Manawea and CDC. Unlike Fadika, Mr. Duadu, and other folks who support other political parties, I am an independent, and I remain an independent. I'm for the Liberian people. Indeed, I supported Jose Yema Bwaka at the time because I felt he was the best candidate in the race. And being the best candidate in the race, we need a change for our country.
So you changed your mind?
Excuse me?
Have you changed your mind? Because you
On
say
what?
I felt you're the best. You say I supported President Joseph because
at the time Jose Yema Bwaka. At the time,
have you changed your mind?
At the time, Jose Yema Bwaka was the best candidate to remove George Manawea. That's what I said.
Right now, have you changed your mind?
I support Jose Yema Bwaka, but I disagree with some of the steps the government have taken. And I think the president can do better than what he's doing now. I do not hold back. I speak because no one feeding me, and you know that, Fadiga. And I will say this, we may laugh, we may joke. I do believe, like Uncle Sam said, given the current situation in the country, as much as I will pray that it shouldn't happen, George Weah, as per the last election, his party remained the second largest political party in Liberia. And he commanded that group. We must say the words of him. But yes, indeed, we have a huge following. We may get into our party feelings, but Joel remain a leader of a group, of a party that a lot of Liberians, home and abroad, states pay respect to. We won this election, 20,500 and change. If we can let Musarado go, this election will turn. Make no mistake, we should do better. As a people, we should do better. As a party, we should do better as a government. The mistakes we are making, folks, the people will pay us for those mistakes. We can go back and be on George Weah and joke and laugh, but there's a room for George Weah to come back. If we continue on this path, like I said before, you may not want to hear it. In private, people tell me, indeed, there's a room that George Weah will probably come back. And we have to fight even more, double our effort. He may not come back with the Koji. He may not come back with the San Matue. He may not come back at your time and season. but he can come back. If you make all the necessary adjustment, he can come back. Because he's coming back, like Uncle Sam said, on our own failed message and the way in which we are delivering that which we promised to the Liberian people. Have you asked for the price of rice today? Have you asked for the price of fuel today? Are the people life better than 7 months ago? We want to ask this question and open the phone line for the people to speak. It's not about our feelings. Look what is happening in the legislature. Look what is happening. All the rescue members, they are rescuing themselves. Have you asked? We bid on 45,000 that lawmakers shouldn't take. They justify it today. They couldn't justify it then during Joshua time, but they are justifying it today. The reason why they would take a 45,000 car. Was that the rescue we preach? Do all the calculation, the benefit, everything. The very lawmakers, Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence, Darius DeLon, Amara Conan, Sir Joseph, Edwin Mervyn Snow. No, at least Edwin Snow say his money is too small, he won't move. But all of them, Prince Moe, they championed the fact that they would change. They will not take the car for 3 years and take new car every 3 years. They championed that. We fought on that message, my people. But those guys are rescuing themselves. Look at some of the ministers and some of the directors in this government. They are rescuing themselves. Look at Sylvester Grisby. He has rescued himself already. Look at the issue about the 285 yellow machine. They brought only 30 and some more of them. What happened? They have rescued themselves. Mama can rescue herself. They submitted a bill of $84 million. When the list came to the lawmakers and they recalibrated, they went over the list, they said, no, with 285, we can only pay the 28 million. We know where this thing coming from. So you have Mama Ability, you have Sylvester Grisby. They were pushing for $84 million. It took the government and the people of America to step in through the embassy, and they spoke and said, it smells rotten, don't put your foot in it. Don't tamper with it, Mr. President. The president has to shift that to Jeremiah Kuhn's office. Jeremiah Kuhn requested for the document, and folks requested for the document. And up to now, Mamaka cannot give the full document. But yet indeed, we have unity people, ministers, that were championing and celebrating the coming in of yellow machine without the PPCC requirement. That's wrong. That's not rescue. We may come on the show every day and celebrate Joseph Yuma Boaka. But what about those around him? Negotiating with members of central bank that they will give them money, removing them, not according to the law. Is this the rescue we're talking about? Look at NAFA. They had a meeting with Emma Glasgow. They say, are you willing to resign? And we'll pay you accordingly, give you your dues. That left with Emma Glasgow to step down and say, I will take my pay. You'll give me what belongs to me and I will go in peace. Have you seen the draft audit report of LTA? Have you seen some memos that the president has put in place as acting? Some of them, they were there before and they ate the LTA money. The name is mentioned in the draft report. Will the president keep them at LTA? Will President Joseph Boakai keep them? He put them as acting, some of them, not all of them. But some of them ate some of the money. And the name is coming up on the draft audit report of LTA. Is that the rescue, folks? Is that a rescue when, I will say it again, Sylvester Grisby requested for almost 500,000 to buy cars that you can't find one of them? Is that a rescue, folks? Let's talk about the rescue. If we continue on this path, we are giving room for a comeback. We can joke about Joshua, we can laugh, we can say these things. It's a possibility that Joshua will be the next president if we continue on this path. Shifting of $20 million plus for their own personal gain. We fought against giving lawmakers 30,000, but the government went and do a pure rewind. Each senator received 150,000. Representative, 100,000. You are fighting for 30,000. These guys under the rescue, the double it, Uncle said. Under Joe, at least it was 30, but under rescue, it's double. Is that the change? Who want to make that argument? Who want to make that argument? Let's talk Liberia, folks. Under Joe, we beat them because they say we take on the 30. The guy that say, Apollos, that we are rescuer, we will rescue the country. We put in there. They don't go home with 150,000. American going home with 150,000. They lie and say they put it on lace. That's their money. They will use it in a which way. And the very people that were coming in and said 30,000, it's too much, we'll not take it, we cancel it. They use a revolving door and the rewind. Go ask Money Changer what you call rewind in Liberia. The rewind, and from 30 to 150, from 30 to 100. Huh?
Provide clarity. He asking for clarity. What are you going to
So at the end, rewind, I know what rewind, I was a Money Changer before. And at the end of the day, folks, this is who we are. We are not rescuing the country. Look at Western Cluster. I saw an article from Roland Guinness. If the president is not careful, this thing about roll, it will be another fiasco as it is right now. I have a recording, and I'll play that recording on Monday. Now, the representative of Western Cluster said on tape that he gave Roland Guinness that money. I can say it. Roland Guinness wasn't the one that closed Western Cluster down for the second time. He allowed Western Cluster to operate. Folks, if you're from Bombay, Kipman, Bapoli, wherever you think Western Cluster should be operating down? What was the message when we were running this election? From the rescue team, we'll close it down on day one. We'll shut it down. Where are they today ever shutting it down? It was Ofia Momo.
CTN.
Look at Medtech. Oh, Medtech will go. We will shut Medtech down. No. You have they don't cry on Medtech. You have all of them crying on Medtech. They go behind closed door. Medtech still operating.
CTN.
Look at CTN.
7-year contract.
We were CTN, that woman from Sierra Leone, that woman from London, the people, folks, we as a Liberian, why can't we do this thing ourselves? We take peanuts, and the people walk away with billions. We come here and can't talk about kakalika because of friendship and interest. The president said, shut it down. Roland Guinness said, open it. Moratorium on rubber. The president said, stop it. Sylvester Graceful said, give my friend from Singapore a chance to ship all his container. Who be who? Who be who, my fellow Liberians? This is wrong. We are not rescuing. We are not. We will always come on the show to think Liberia, to love Liberia, and together to build a new Liberia. Enough is enough. The folks that run our country, they are all about self. They are all about self. They don't like our country. They have no love for Liberia. They're playing around with Joseph Yimabaka, and I hope the president can see it. So the president will be able to see it very fast. I hope the president right now, he's eating, he will go to bed, he will wake up in the morning. He can see us very fast. Give it another 5 months, 6 months, the country will be on hellfire. Because nobody can trust anybody. From the executive mansion, Mori Kamara, Samuel Steve Kwa, Kofi Woods, Madela Cooper, Bushman Keita. Let's name all of them. Sylvester Grisby. Let's name them all. Dr. Conan, Sir Johnny. Let's name them. They are all for self. not for the country. We'll give you more next time. Thank you for always following Spoon Talk. Thank you for always believing in our message. And thank you for always sharing the show. Tomorrow we're going to have Martin Cuddy, Abdullah Mame, Amos Tware will be our guests. We have a round table to discuss the CBL, LTA, the audit report. We'll discuss NAFI, and we'll discuss what is happening in our country, the trending issue tomorrow. Join us on 101 with the CEO. It will be one of the best you have ever seen. Again, Abdullah Ketema is not well. Please reach out to him. We wish him well. He went to Kidman. He came back with some serious sickness. May God bless you.
He is getting better. I talked to him today. He's getting better.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Again, we wish everybody well. I want to say thank you, Fadiga, as always. Fadiga called me. The thing you posted wasn't true. I know you're praying for it, but it wasn't true. Conor Gray, thank you very much. Shoot to kill.
Want the visa?
No. I'm talking about the visa. The get picture you sent me, that's not all.
I'll see you guys next night.
Fadiga.
Remember, I see you, man.
I am a Fadiga.
I'm a cost problem. Thank you, Colin Gray. That's it. You say, yeah, man. They gotta get cost problem. The man will come say something. I want him to say. You rather come for the guy and say something. Dama, are you there? Or Nelson, whoever in the back, want to say we appreciate you for producing today.
I say Dama,
Nelson, we're gonna say something. It's sure any man can cause fire damage.
Oh, my man, Dama, my man, you cut the hair, man. Anyway, I'm looking good, man.
Hey, Dama look like a responsible man, though.
Yeah.
I said,
yeah, you had a dreadlock, right?
Yeah, Dama will tell you a bit. Why it was Joe? We are telling now. Everybody will be Rastafari. Dama, I want to say thank you guys for going to represent the network. Our brother Trojan passed away. As I said, I was able to speak to the wife, and today, Madam Titi spoke to her, and thank to you and the entire team. And
who, Farmer?
Trojan, the picture you see on Damo's shirt, Trojan Kazim.
That guy,
yeah. So again, we wish the family well, and we hope that Godspeed be with them.
Yeah, may you so rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. I was looking at our last message, Dama. I opened my phone and I saw Trojan call me, actually, and our last message, he was trying to find out something, and I just sent something to him, and then he sent LOL to me, and that was funny, It is important for us to remember him in a very, very positive way. But may his soul rest in peace and his family remain strong as we all march towards that last day.
The way you check you're playing at the
Yeah, like him myself. You got that video?
Yeah, I think I still have that video. I'll check. I got the pictures though. But...
You got a picture? Pull his picture up. But I beat him that day, right? Tell me your old God.
But they say you chocolate bowl. So how you beat him, man? Chocolate bowl.
I beat him, man. No, Conor Gray. They're picking against cheat. I was winning the man. The man gets something as Ziza. Choco gets something as Ziza, and I had to. I didn't check out the ball. I was getting up. I was standing up and mistakenly my legs hit the ball.
My man, I know you know that somebody who know about Checo, even though
Who, me?
Yeah.
When they used to call me Kanji. Go no Pantom, but Charlie Papi House. Ask for Kanji. That mean.
Because
you know the meaning of Kanji?
You want to call King Win. Now I'll give you.
You know the meaning of Kanji?
No.
Nobody could win me in Checo. They say open your eye, Kanji. Yeah. Nobody could win me in Checo. I beat Fagon 3 times right in my back. 3 times I beat him. And man got up, he hit the ball. He said, the door was backing too much.
I'm listening to one Liberian music here, my man. This guy is a good singer. I don't know how you call him. CRC, right?
Yeah, but we can play. It's copyrighted. Man, we can play. Some of the music now you really want to play, but
I know, right? Sometimes we have to recognize our Liberian celebrities. This guy CRC is one of those people who lives in Liberia. Actually, been doing all of his things in Liberia, but he's been good. He's been on top of his game all of the time since his introduction into the game. I don't really do much of this music thing and stuff, but I think he's good. Someone just shared this music. I was listening to it, and I wanted to dance. I wanted to dance for Remy Gray. I know someone.
I don't know the music. I never listen to it,
but someone told me if you ever see Remy Gray dancing, you may want to do something to yourself. They say the ball, nothing about it. I wanted to try to give him some today. But this guy is good. CRC.
Yeah, CRC.
All the other guys, yeah.
I don't know them. I read it. Sometimes I listen to the music, but I love every one of them, and I think they all are doing extremely well. CRC, Kubasi. What's the other guy name?
International.
What's the other guy name? What's the other guy named Dama? The man I'm playing King Solomon. Teddy Rye. Teddy Rye, CRC, Kubasi, and all of them.
Jason no rap or something like that.
As it does, I don't know how to pronounce it. Now you coming to that thing.
No, Damo, I don't really follow these people, man. That you
did. What other opinion I say? The man that was praying. I like that one. I say, oh, she took the money, she can't, and so the way he gets native, yeah. I like native. Yeah. You got Panto.
Other men, you got new with Jay-Z something.
As it do, you don't do that thing to all. Just no song. You can dance to it, you can fab to it. You can CRC team, so I didn't know Jezino.
No, I don't know all of these guys. I'm not into the music game. No, that's not my place, actually. Remy Gray is the superstar. The man is into the music thing. He knows everything about it.
So who's the best right now?
Well, I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I play 3 different instruments.
Right, you see?
Jama, who the best among them all?
See, that is a question that's going to be answered based on which camp you find yourself is relative as to who's the best. You have Eric Jizo claiming that he's the 001. Jezino supporter says he's the 001. CIC 001. So it depends, For me, I love the
girl. I'm sorry, what about this girl? This girl. What you call her name?
MC Carol.
Carol. And Dama, what about Carol?
I really don't know
what.
So
they all do pretty good. Again, I'm not gonna say who's the best. Everybody's got their own style and everything.
So what about Joel? Joel is the best too.
You see,
so much. The man is multi-talented, my brother. Multi-talented. How is called the other girl? One of the girls sang of music so far. I don't want to ask again about say I know her name. Why the Bob putting me in situation here? I better beg you, man. Care that to the Muali Nami. Oh, hey man. No, the girl.
Yeah, but you got a picture? We gotta go.
Our best musician is Thundergod Diabo. I'll leave you that.
The girl, man.
Thundergod Diabo sings to sense. I'm my best musician.
Thundergod Diabo?
Yes.
I like all the music though. I do.
Yeah, I do. You can bring maybe Panto. Yeah, I can try with that one.
Yeah, so the name I was looking for is Anita.
What a great vibe.
Well, leaving you guys, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Dama, thank you. As always, thank you again. You have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Thanks to all. Thanks for being part of the Spoon Network. Please, we ask you, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to our YouTube also. And let's have a stronger team. Thank you. Good night.
A pleasant night to you, folks. I'll leave you with this one. This is a piece that put a laughter in my day, in a very sad day. And kudos to the content creator. And she's a very, 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 very amazing young lady trying to speak the colloquial and the series, trying to maintain on both angles.
Who there? Oh, your jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I need it.
You need your jacket?
Yeah.
Jesus, okay, we gonna get it. Okay? We gonna get it, okay?
I stay here?
Yeah, stay here, wait for me.
You don't go in the car?
Don't go in the car, wait for me right here.
I will not go.
Okay, wait for me, yeah?
I'll come with you?
Yes.
I will come.
My
jacket.